What?
What's up, everybody, both on YouTube and also on Facebook? Welcome once again. Thursday, 9 p.m. live. There can only be one show, Mayor. And what is the name of the show right now?
TBF. The big
TBF.
focus,
The big
brother.
focus. The big focus. At last,
On
we are back. Napshot Studio, of course. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Yes.
And then we've got a couple of comments already coming in. All right. So we're gonna take things really early right now. All right. Straight into the heart of the action. Hey Jude, hello, Napshot. We've got
Hey.
our main guy, the VIP ticket holder. Hello, Napshot Nation. Hello, FJ.
Woo.
Good to have you back in amongst the crowd after a long time of sabbatical or hiatus. Mayor, we are back as
Busy.
well. We are
Yep,
back
we
as
are
well.
back.
Also,
We are back for
we
this
back
week.
again.
Yes, Anwar.
Of course, and also I gotta keep people reminded that this will be the last time we will go on air or we will broadcast the big focus, because right after this, what's gonna happen next week, Mayor?
We are on our international break, brother.
Yes, yes, we are
Definitely.
going to be on a break. We need a break, right? We need a break. We need to revitalize, to rejuvenate ourselves, and also to
Yes.
bring in more content as well. So again, guys, please keep yourself tight. You don't want to miss this, because when can you find, all right, a channel that covers not one but two big matches, and not only that, we don't bring just one guest, all right, or one representative from the club. We bring in all. So we've got four representatives from the Merseyside. Of course, we've got Liverpool, and then we also got the Everton guy. So for the first time ever, all right, this has not been done anywhere else, especially in the Southeast Asia context. This is the first time we are getting the Liverpool boy and the Everton boy together shaking hands, because they will be in the same corner. And
Exactly.
and Mayor, who is that
Yep.
one common nemesis that they have to come up against this time around?
The Manx.
The Manx. Wow.
The
Can you say that
Manx.
again? Oh, the
The
Manx.
Manx.
The Manx. Okay. So the Manx. And they will be represented by a guy, fiery, feisty. In
Ooh.
fact, if I'm Chili Padi, I'll be ashamed. All right. He represents Man City. You
He might
don't
be
want to.
he might be chili bomb.
Chili Bob, you don't want to chocho him. You don't want to chocho him.
Ooh.
Right? Because
I sense it, man. I sense the fire already.
if you do so, right, diarrhea. You don't want diarrhea on a Friday morning. So
No
don't
way.
touch him. All right. And then the next guy, he will be representing. Manchester United. All right. So for Manchester United,
Great
lots
hell.
to talk about. Lots to talk
Ooh.
about. Okay. So that is something you got to keep yourself tight for, because Ole, Istanbul, stuffed Turkey. What's happening? What's happening to Manchester United, Mayor?
Turkey dessert. Oh man. All this coming up. Well, we don't know actually what is going on behind all these scenes,
We don't.
Nori, but
Yeah.
we
Mhm.
might be finding out from our guests later tonight
Later tonight.
with
Yep.
their own
Mhm.
what do you call that analogy of what is going on with them.
Correct. Yes. So they will analyze, all right, their respective club, all right, or the current mire that they are in. This is, of course, fans' perspective. But first and foremost, before we get straight into the action, those of you guys who are watching us live right now on YouTube and also Facebook, especially Facebook, right? If you're watching us, there is a button, a share button. Please, it's just a click away. Be generous. Flex just a bit of your muscle, finger muscle. That's about it. That's all it takes, all right, for this little content, this humble content
Yeah.
to go into the sea of masses. So please help us to please share on when you're on Facebook and on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Then
Exactly.
who knows, man? Maybe today we have Man City. Maybe next week we bring in Yaya Toure. They are
Oof.
legend, because apparently, according to many people, Man City, they don't have no legend with them. There is no
Exactly.
there is no Hall of Fame, because apparently, according to many detractors out there, it's a newfound club.
Oh, that is sad to hear all these what do you call that comments and stuff like that for them.
Yeah,
But I'm
true.
sure, Anwari, but I'm sure
Mm. Mm-hmm.
this someone that we are going to bring up later will have
Uh-huh.
something to say about
Most
how,
definitely.
yes, Manchester City will flourish,
Yep.
on so on.
Mm-hmm.
And but before we actually do that all, since we already talked about our brand new show which is coming up next week and stuff like that,
Yep.
which is we are going on international break, I have
True.
to tell you something about the outfit.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah.
take a look? Mayor, you
Okay.
just yeah, you're gonna raise it up. Perfect. Perfect. Now we have better clarity at this. I see Kuala Lumpur, and correct me if I'm wrong. That is khaki jersey.
Yes, khaki
Uh-huh.
jersey.
So what's the lowdown? What's the lowdown on this?
The one outfit, the one brand that actually locally here in Kuala Lumpur, I think in
Mm-hmm.
Malaysia, that actually been featuring in most of the sports team, football team, and right now
Mm-hmm.
also they are doing esports
Okay.
sponsoring. And I'm actually wearing one of their best jersey, which is actually by the Kuala Lumpur Rovers team. This is their away jersey. We
Wow.
actually with my name on the back, gold color.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
Anis. Oh, not the mayor.
no, this is actually
So,
was.
so all this while we thought you are the mayor.
Yeah,
So which one would you prefer then, Anis or the mayor?
you can call me Mayor Anis, bro.
You are one greedy bastard. But
Okay,
okay, so
okay,
more about
okay.
them. Yes, please,
Okay,
please.
coming back to that, let
Mm,
me tell you regarding about the jersey, the people who are actually doing the sponsoring and stuff like that, carrying all these
okay,
jersey, they have
okay.
actually came out with their new basic series. You can go to
Huh?
www.kakijersey.com.
Huh?
Okay,
That's it. All right. So that's
then
it.
after that,
www.kakijersey.com.
yeah, jersi.com. Then
Okay.
after that is www.kaki, kakijersi.com.
Mm-hmm.
And look out for their latest outfit, which is they have their new basic series with 6 colors and also the
Wow.
rest of the jersey there. With the rest of the jersey,
Wide array
yeah,
of selection. All
wide
right.
range
That is.
selections, all the jerseys that, and also the
Mm,
ones that actually been doing a lot of our local football clubs and
okay.
also those who are playing in the leagues. And just to mention that again,
Mm,
a couple of mention to those people who actually giving me the opportunity wearing their outfit, like the boss himself, Ron Ramka,
okay.
Zarif, Arfat, and also one and only the one actually missing. I miss him very much is Pasha, who's actually handling all the jerseys and also the outfit that I'm wearing wherever
Mm-hmm.
that I'm actually facing with them. I mean, I do talk to them very often with regards
Okay.
of doing the outfit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Uh-huh.
is actually handling our nap shop
Oh, okay.
outfit.
So do not let the cat out of the bag for a while. All right, let's
Yes.
keep it intact because
Okay.
that is something that will be shared later on. But
Yep.
now you speak about jersey. There is one jersey, all right, that rose to prominence, especially yesterday night.
Oh.
Somebody actually asked. So let us entertain this comment before we get to the guest. Zebra can't see the color orange. That explains a lot. Speaking of which, where is our Mr. Zebra? Because why? This is really becoming convenient.
Hmm.
The last time here, when United released their Zebra kit, he went missing. All right.
True. And I
And
was there
you
too.
came in. You came
Yep.
in as a replacement, remember? And then
Exactly.
now another catastrophe suffered by United. And guess what? Yesterday night at Istanbul, they became stuffed zebra. Not stuffed turkey, stuffed zebra. And then
Oh
he
my
called in
goodness.
sick. And I love you, but I can't make it. But I really love you, but I can't make it. Where is this Joel? Mia,
I
I've had
probably I think
you've
I
had
think
enough.
probably yeah. I do understand probably with the pain and suffering what he's actually facing right
Uh-huh.
now, with the what do you call that, the
The
uh,
heartbreak.
the heartbreak, the
Yeah.
pain. Oh,
Going back going back to the cave.
yeah, going back. What I mean, actually, he's already the third quarter of the three quarter of the journey to the cave.
Into the cave.
So we have to be sympathized with him, sympathy
That
with
is
him
irritating.
with the current
Okay.
situation.
All right.
Give him a little bit of time. I'm sure that
Bit
we
of
will
time.
come back stronger.
Okay,
I'm
come
sure
back
they will
from
come back stronger than ever,
uh-huh.
and also taking on his position as in
Uh,
taking the torch,
yes. All
doing
right.
the big focus
Yes,
is never
Mayor. And
easy.
yes, and Mayor. And we, for those of you guys who are watching us live right now in the comments, I can see a couple of comments already raining in, especially from all our common fixtures. So
Ooh.
Mayor will be the face of the big focus starting on because I decided to sack Joe. So for those of you guys who are still looking for Joe, all right, don't have to stop your effort. The pursuit of finding Joe has now officially ended because Mayor will be the brand new face for the big focus. All right, slow mo, do the slow mo. All right, so right now here, you will be the co-host right now permanently for the big focus. We all love your presence. We all love your energy. Please, Mayor, do not.
Okay.
Do
you
not
want to know, Anwari? I will
do a
regret.
show, huh?
Yeah. I will regret this after I will watch the rerun because I will look my face cramp.
Okay, Mayor. So enough talk. All right, 10 minutes up. Thank you so much for those of you guys who are still watching us right now after 10 minutes. That might go down as one of the worst 10 minutes that one can ever spend watching two guys blabbering nonsense. So this is where the fun is. All right, for today, we are going to cover two big matches, of course. The first one, we are going to cover City versus Liverpool, and also the next one, Everton versus Manchester United. And there will be a lot of stakes riding on it. So why not we introduce first our team, all right, from the Merseyside. The first one, he goes by the name of Kaki Bola. KB also. Yours is KJ, Kaki Jersey. He is Kaki Bola, KB. He's been supporting Everton for the last 48 years. Do the math. Office, bro. 48 years of Evertonian support. You cannot get it elsewhere. We really had to really search frantically. Scale the mountain. 48 years. Mia, how long have you been supporting Liverpool? How come cram? Okay.
Oh, salute.
So we bring on our debutant, right, Mia? This is his debut. Guys, in the comment section, please be nice to our guest. This is Mr. KB from the Everton camp.
Merseyside Blue.
Hello, guys. Just to correct you there, it's actually 35 years.
Oh, 35 years.
Okay. 35 years.
I'm not that old.
No, of course you're not that old. That's not what I'm trying to insinuate. But then again, you have to understand, Anwari, by race, I'm Malay. Malay and math don't marry together very nice. Okay. First and foremost, how are you, KB?
Well, I'm good. It's an interesting league this season.
Okay.
Yeah, happy to be where we are.
All right. Okay, so he's happy where he is right now. All right, let's bring on his sparring partner, or rather his tag team. Okay, of course
tag team for this week, bro.
For this week only. For only this week. All right, they will come to a common consensus. They will be partnering each other because usually they will be throwing hammer and tongs at each other. This is not supposed to happen. This is a taboo partnership. But only in Napshot Studio we dare to bring forth all the taboo stuff. Okay, so bring on KB. You ready to see your partner, KB?
Yes, bring it on.
All right, let's bring it on. From the other side of Merseyside, of course, it's all painted in red. We bring on another debutant, Mr. Daryl in the house. Yo, Daryl.
Hey, hi guys. Thank you.
Daryl.
All good. Yeah.
First and foremost, that cap of yours, where do you get it from?
I bought it from Liverpool itself.
From Liverpool. Okay.
Yeah. Last year.
Last year. Okay. And right now, that must be your outfit every day, huh? Your cap.
No.
Your jersey. because this is a common sighting, right? Ever since Liverpool rose into prominence, especially under Klopp, everybody has been spotted in a Liverpool jersey. Is that right, Daryl?
It's nice to wear. It's like our uniform, and especially on weekends when we go and watch football. Standard.
Okay. So Daryl, again, Daryl, wait. I just want to ask for your permission. Are you okay partnering KB for today's show?
For today.
For today, okay.
All the guys.
Okay. All right. So
KB just give you a smirk there, no? KB just give you.
KB old timer, old timer, orang lama, all right, orang lama. So we got Daryl and also KB Mayor. Of course, this show will only be completed if we actually bring on the guys from Manchester. The first one I want to introduce. The first one, who you don't poke fun at him because he has 1001 ways. You remember the Army Days movie when the guy actually called in the boy? Psst, psst.
Come here.
The truant 101 ways to actually play truant. Twang. Not one. So we bring on the guy himself, the manager, the president, El Presidente, we bring on Mr. Aizam, Manchester City.
What up,
Aizam, come on, your shirt. That is a classic shirt, man. And
check it out, the sponsor, bro. Check it out, the sponsor.
Brother, dude.
Brother. That is. Which year was it, man, Aizam? Which year? Which year of the league?
95, 96, where we got relegated, unfortunately. That's where my favorite player was like Georgie Kinkladze, the Georgian Maradona.
Georgian Maradona. Wow.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Aizam is in town right now. This is Aizam's second time appearing for us. Thank you so much, Aizam, for making the roster for tonight. It's always
welcome back.
It's always a good time, right, Mayo, when Aizam is around. And let us introduce the fourth guy, his partner. Okay, it was supposed to be a different partner, but then unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, he is right now at a bit of a standstill, so we cannot bring him just yet. But Napshot Studio, that's how we roll. As soon as you can't make it, straight away, instantaneously, we get a replacement, Mayor.
Yep. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. So we bring on. Okay. Alamak. Okay. Not yet. This is
not yet. Okay. I'm just testing the mic again. See?
Okay. So Aizam is clad in a 1996, right? Jersey. This guy is clad 96. This guy is clad in a retro kit as well. Familiar face. I don't need no second introduction for this guy. So let's bring on this guy, Mr. Mark Horsegay.
Hi guys.
Mark, which year is that jersey from?
I also forget.
Too old. What a perfect answer, right? What a perfect answer. Okay, so right now, it seems that his substitution has actually come in. Mark, I think your friend is
me out.
Okay, so this is the guy that actually wanted. Okay, Mark, thank you so much for filling in. All right, this is totally unprofessional, but this is how we do it on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, there is no formality with us. Okay, bye, Mark.
Kick me out.
All right, so we bring on the real contender for today to partner up Aizam because Mark does not make the cut for tonight. We bring on. Vim.
There you go.
Hey, hi, man. Hi. Sorry, it took me some time to come back from Istanbul. After the shuffle last night.
It's a long ride. It's a long ride, man.
It's a long, hard night. So
yeah, it's a long journey.
Some time to come back.
Vim, glad you made it in one piece, man.
Hey, thanks. Yeah. Happy to join.
This is the first time. Vim, are you watching us in the background? Because I can hear myself in the echo.
Am I what?
Sorry? Are you watching us right now while you're live? Because
yes, I am.
A bit of a kickback. Because we can hear ourselves.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
You need to go off YouTube or with. Are you on YouTube right now?
I'm not.
As you are speaking.
I'm not.
Okay. And do you have your audio attached to it?
Yes, I do.
Whatever device.
Yeah.
You do, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What you need to do right now, Vim? Log out. Log in again.
Okay, I'll do that again. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vim. All right. Okay, so let's get on. Show proper right now. We've got all our good boys coming in to town. We got first and foremost comment section, Tiban. What's up, fellas? Another guy who is also supposed to be in hidings. But look, this is a mark of a true man. He's out and about. Percaya sama lu lah, Villa. No matter what.
Villa, bro.
Villa. This is a mark of a true man. The same cannot be said about my previous co-host. All right. And then
I love Tiban.
Sean Gill as well, the best. We see your jersey lah. Definitely in reference to your jersey. And then Max Faisal, mayonnaise can. Max Faisal, I wish I knew what you're talking about. All right. And then we've got Fahmi Muhammad. All right. So he's actually tagging all those people. Faisal mentioned he's in hiding lah. Thank you so much, FJ. Thank you so much. He's in hiding. He is definitely. All right. Yes. So for someone who knows him personally, go and knock on his door. I know where he lives. And then we've got Jojo Juve. Wow, not Jojo Joget, but Jojo Juve. Thursday night just got better as always. And then Side Faris. I miss Faris hosting. Where is he? Who is Faris? All right, let's move past that comment. And then Alexander, hey guys, don't kick a rival when he's down. Let's sing a song to cheer Joel up. We want you to stay. Ole Gunner Social. We want you to stay. We got also from Noah Chu, always at the wheel. It seems like this will be a running theme for tonight. And then we've got Fahmi Muhammad Noor. Welcome, Khalid. There is, of course, for our dear Evertonians there. We've got Vim back in town. Vim, yes, perfect. Vim, that's the magic. And then we've got elsewhere. What's up, Daryl? This is from Liban as well. And
man. Shout out to you, man.
Ryan Shafiq, Mayor, my man.
Ryan. Love you, Ryan.
The Reds teaming with the Blues. Imagine the nerve-wracking decision. Very, very bold.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
We are always blockbuster. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, mate. That's good. All right. Great to see an Evertonian in the show, as always. And then debut show lah. Aubrey, Daryl, Graham. Woo, lucky you only came in with Daryl. That will be a bit of a mouthful, huh? Okay. And then also another one. Bimalan, you actually made it from Mark Hosage, just bringing in his support.
Yeah,
all right.
Man.
So that's done. All right. So we go on to the first agenda. Let's see what our producer has actually prepared us for. Wow, he wants us to start, Mayor, with Everton versus Manchester United. Where else do you want to start? But at the Goodison.
Yep.
So look at KB. KB snarling already. He is sharpening his teeth. His claws are out. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now,
in a way, KB with the beard, and he looks like Wolverine, bro. Ready with the claws.
He does.
Yeah, man. I thought he's sharpening his claws already. He's ready to scar you on the face, man.
Oh, Mayor. Lucky KB is the one that looks like Wolverine. It's not you. You look like Catwoman when you did that.
It's not Halloween, bro.
Halloween.
Yes.
He's out already. Okay. But before we do that, we also posted this, right, on our Instagram. For those of you guys who have not followed us on our Instagram, the handle is napshotstudio. Exactly. All right. That what you can see right now on the logo itself. So I asked, which side has the better manager? So I'm not going to release the result because the result does not make for very good reading. So let's play on even ground right now. I see Daryl is smiling. Daryl, maybe you want to go first, Daryl, on this. Who has the better manager right now, Daryl, when it comes to Merseyside versus Manchester?
Okay, he's like more like a handicap match now. Okay,
no, hold it back.
Obviously, the Merseyside has the better manager.
Uh-huh.
Carlos Ancelotti has won Champions League with different teams. He doesn't need a Xavi, Iniesta, Messi to just keep winning a Champions League on just one team. And of course, Jurgen Klopp has won Champions League with Liverpool. He has been final with Dortmund, with Liverpool again. So, there's no much debate, nothing to debate much here. I think they just know. It's just pretty much
no. Aizam, this is the perfect time for you to just coming into the ring, enter the battle dome. Is it really undisputed that the Merseyside boys has the better manager, the better tactical now, the better team manager? What do you make of this, Aizam? Come on.
Okay. Let's put it this way, lah. Let's combine Ole. Let's combine Ole and Pep's achievement.
Okay, let's go.
Pep is just holding the fort for Manchester, lah. Ole said no. Ole said no. Ole, what did Ole want? Ole didn't, won. He got sacked with Cardiff.
Yeah.
So I assume that he won the Europa. Oh, that was with Mourinho. It wasn't with. Okay, that's. Yeah.
That was on purpose.
So I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, on paper, Merseyside has the best manager in terms of trophy because Pep is holding the fort for his Barcelona and even for his Bayern days and even. But Ole, I'm sorry, but Ole's got to go, man. But no, I think Ole's got to stay. But if you're talking about the best manager, if you compare per team, I think it's really a tough choice. I wouldn't say that Klopp is doing well because even when he was at Dortmund, he was fighting against Bayern.
He was, yeah.
It's not exactly. It wasn't not exactly like winning titles after titles. It's not too much. So I wouldn't say that Merseyside is a better manager lah. But
okay, all right.
But if you're talking about paper, definitely I will give credit to them lah.
All right, KB. Where do you stand on this when it comes to the managers? Come on.
Well, I think it's me, right? You're asking me.
Yes,
right?
Sorry. Vim, don't be over eager, bro. Just keep your horses.
It's okay. It's okay. I think I can hold my horses for this.
All right, cool. You look like Vim fire away, right? Okay, come on.
If you ask me, based on experience, I think definitely Merseyside. Because Carlo Ancelotti has won it all. And there's no dispute there. Klopp is the most informed, I think, right now. You know, he won Champions League, he won the Premier League, and he's leading the table. Yeah. For Manchester, I think it's only Pep there. Ole, I think I don't know what credentials he has.
Hey, Ole's at the wheel, man. Ole's at the
So,
wheel.
if you want to spout vulgarities, you can do so because it seems they are holding on.
So if you ask me, it's definitely Merseyside.
Merseyside. Okay, Vim. So
Yeah.
from just now you've been keeping your powder dry. Now that you're back, the mic is yours. Vim,
Yeah,
come
man.
on.
Speed your bars, man. Speed your
Is this
bars.
a walk? Is this a
I think-
walkover?
Okay. I mean, I know Ole's gotten a lot of stick, and rightfully so. I think the results have spoken for itself. But I think so there's no debate. There's no debate. I think Merseyside has the better managers for now.
Wow. All right.
And that's just answering the question. But I think if you go by how you define better as well, in terms of having done it for a sustained period of time, I think you would have. I mean, I'm a United fan, but I would say you have to give Pep some credit as well, because he has done it for a few years. Right.
Yes,
And
yep.
Ole, I mean not Ole, sorry. See, I still cannot get Ole out of my mind. But I mean Klopp,
still at the wheel.
Klopp has done it. Klopp has done great, but for the last couple of years. But it remains to be seen. Even though it looks like he's going to continue the form, it remains to be seen how long he can hold the fort for. So I think Pep deserves some credit for that as well. Yeah.
All right, Mayor. There you go. We've heard both arguments. All right, great defense for both of them. What do you make on this, Mayor? Where do you stand?
Okay, putting my caps on as a neutral tonight, not as a fan of any of the teams. I look at it like Pep what could that so-called have that credibility as a good manager. Don't write him off. Okay. He has been holding on to the Premier League title for like how many seasons? 4 seasons, was it? 4 seasons, right?
Yeah.
So and for Manchester United, I have to mention this about Manchester United. Everybody is giving, like what Vim says, giving Ole the stake and all these kind of thing. The form is off. Why he can do this? But what's wrong with them on the league? It is still questionable. We don't know what actually is going on. But with me looking at on paper, like Aizam mentioned, on paper wise, yes, we do see the stats, of course. With winning titles, winning trophies. Of course, the two managers on the Merseyside, blue and the red, of course, they do have that credentials. Oh, yes. Oh, they won titles. They won this Champions League. They won these titles. Okay, Pep do have that as well. He wants with Bayern Munich.
Yeah. But this is just the Premier League context.
This is just, correct. But looking at that, this is one title that Pep is gunning. Actually, was the Champions League. I believe so. This is what he's missing. If he would have that, got that title, for the Champions League, it will summon up that. Okay, he's up there with the best.
Okay.
Of
then
what?
Then they will restore parity.
Yes, there is restore parity. Definitely.
All right, fair enough. So Deben mentioned here, this is a 3v1 rape, not Merseyside versus Manchester.
I'm glad someone realized it.
Vim, you're supposed
Change
to
the
be
question already.
Vim, you're supposed to be a
Change
United
the question
fan.
already.
Guardiola and Klopp are the best of the 4 in recent years. And then but always at the wheel, isn't it? Right, Vim?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. And hope to see Don Carlo do a Howard Kendall. Wow, 97 manager, right, KB? Howard Kendall in 97.
Yep.
Bring back the glory days to Merseyside. All right. So, Mayor, that's one agenda done. A very quick one. A very, very quick one. Okay. And then also, I actually posted this on Instagram as well. If you are a defender, which duo would you rather face as a defender? So, we can see there Mahrez and also Sterling. And, of course, the familiar side, the terrorizing side of Salah and Mane. So I'm going to start with Vim this time. Vim, if you're a defender right now, okay, will you be breaking to cold sweat if you have to face Mane and Salah?
Cold sweat? No lah.
Yeah,
I think they are better. I wouldn't say at this point of time they are the best front two around.
Wow.
So if I'm going to break into cold sweat with Mane and Salah, then I think there are other attacking duos that front twos that also would be also I would hold on
As
par.
fearsome or even better.
But because honestly, to me, I think what makes Liverpool the team that they are is not just down to the front two. I think it's because of the way they play as a
The
team
collective unit
that
and
allows
the
the
cohesiveness.
allows the front two to flourish. So I
Alright.
wouldn't pick the front two out and say that they are the ones who are going to give me the. I would say it's the entire team that makes them tick the way they play. Yeah.
Perfect.
Because in terms of it's just pure talent, I think there are other front twos around as well.
Okay, and Daryl, yourself?
Yeah.
I know this is hard for you, Daryl, not to be biased. For you to be really impartial about it.
Very obvious that I think 2 years ago both of them shared the golden boot together.
Yeah, great point.
Mane and Salah. And it's been 2-3 years together. I think these guys are if they're not the best, you're up there as the best top 3 in football.
Okay.
Country in
KB,
football,
KB, I look at you squinting your eyes. It seems like you have
I'm,
another argument on your own. Maybe you want to bring that forth.
Being an Everton fan, it's really hard for me to say this, but I think these two are one of the best strike force out there now at the moment. They can create goals out of nothing. They are fast, and they both come from clubs that were lesser. Salah, I mean, he was in Roma and he was in Chelsea, and in Chelsea he didn't really get to play much. But in Liverpool, suddenly he just
exploded.
Wow, yeah, came out of nowhere, and and now they both two are scoring all the time. So I think it's difficult to mark them. Very tricky players. Mane is always popping out everywhere into space. Always like a fox in a box. But so I think these two are one of the best strike force at the moment.
Right. There you go. Coming from a veteran, Mayor. They say yes, Daryl.
Okay, if you look at if you look at the Amazon Prime of Man City's documentary, you will know that even Pep Guardiola was sweating when he knows he's going to face Liverpool.
Yes.
If you see the Amazon Prime video, he was like, his reaction was just there.
True. And also, there's another thing that is also that is strongly etched in my mind when Pep enters the dressing room. Shut up!
Yeah, no, just yeah. In his Spanish accent.
That's the passion. No, that's his passion. Because the thing is that I think with Pep, because as a former player, he knows the pressure on how games are like that. How big games are. And I think Daryl says it best that when you have Liverpool style of playing, gegen pressing, and you have hardworking attackers like Mane and Salah, I think it's a nightmare for defenders. Like the thing is that it's one thing to beat with pace, but when you have players who know how to pressure defenders, lesser mentally prepared defender will just commit mistake. Commit a foul, commit a penalty, or even get beat by the pace. I think with comparing Mahrez and Sterling and Sané and Salah, Mane and Salah. I think as a defender, when you have a pacey forward, that's already strike number one.
Wow, yeah, true. Half the battle won.
But the number two is that when you have a player which presses the defense, that's already cause for trouble. You get a player who's mentally unprepared, mentally weak. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
They already won like half the battle of that.
Yeah.
On the
defender side, what Hazim is saying, as a defender side, they already lost the battle even without playing the starting team.
Yeah, because the thing is that I play defender, growing up. And the thing is I hate most is that I hate players who are fast. I hate players who knows how to
we all do.
how to play.
I'm guilty too.
Yeah, then what can you do? You do the dark arts lah. Just start tackling, playing dirty, because you can't beat for pace unless you are a pacey, strong defender. But if you're talking about like I mentioned, like Salah and Mane, fast players, hardworking, they press. It's a nightmare for defenders for sure. So if you
Definitely.
ask me, I wouldn't want to face Salah or Mane. Like, you know what? Go score, go score. Go
No,
score.
no.
You know,
Wait.
you know,
But
Haizam, Haizam,
yeah, Vim. Sorry, Vim. After you, Vim.
Nah, Aizam, I was just gonna reiterate. I'm also, I mean, when I play football, I'm a centre back myself, so I know what you mean. And you would also know that as a defender, when you face such forwards, one of the strategies
Oh,
is to stop the ball coming into them, right?
Yep. True.
yeah.
And one thing, why I mentioned earlier that Liverpool's strength is not just in the front two, but in the entire way they play, is what they do very well is to get the ball to the front two as quickly as possible, right? So
Possible,
if
yeah.
you see
Yeah.
in a game, Salah and Mane are always at the every other minute they have a chance or they are in a good position and they get. So I think that is the key as well, right?
Yeah,
It's
true.
so hard to stop because the way the team press, the way they move, it's very hard for midfields to stop the ball coming in. And of course, if you have pace up front and if you have the football intelligence that they have to find the space and the balls are coming to them all the time, it's a nightmare. Right? So it's not just to me. I think it's not just the pace, but that's why I made the point earlier in terms of it's how the
The
team
support,
plays and
the
it's
back,
always
yeah.
getting the ball.
Yeah, the back is-
I give you the point. I give you the point of United. So United has Martial and Rashford, both
they
very
do.
pacey also,
Passes, yeah.
both
They
very
do.
pacey as well. But if you
Oh,
see one of the struggles of United is that we don't get them in good positions often enough.
True.
It's too passive a lot of times. But that's
True.
not the case for Liverpool. Liverpool gets gets the ball to the forwards very quickly, and I think that's key.
And
Yeah.
I think to sum it up, perfect point by Vim right there. I think what Liverpool does best, right, is overload situation in the attacking third. They create a lot of overload. And that's where, for a defender, right, Vim, I don't know whether you can agree, you can keep your concentration for the 90 minutes, but
Yeah.
it takes just that one little
Exactly.
blip, one little lapse, and they will be
Exactly.
latching on it. They are a bunch of
Yes.
vultures. Get them out of the league.
Yeah. So
Totally
you
hate
have no time. You have no time to rest mentally because it's always coming back at you, coming back.
overload, man.
Yeah.
Overload.
And
Yeah.
Haunted.
And
We are
with
always haunted by the
yeah,
attacks.
and with Liverpool playing gegen pressing, right, is a
Mhm.
nightmare for defenders for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
You are gonna be so deadbeat because the
Uh-huh.
fact that you have these players
Yeah.
Yeah.
with pace and the ball is coming to you fast.
Exactly.
How are you gonna commit? You worst case
Exactly.
scenario, you're just gonna
Yeah.
get a red card.
And
You're gonna concede a penalty.
I
exactly.
Because
understand. I
And in
understand. Vim
United's
also can.
case, our captain of a defender has his mind in Greece already half the
Okay,
time.
hold on to
So
that.
how is
Hold
he
on to
even
that.
going to be there on the
That's
pitch to
coming,
pick it
Vim.
up?
Vim.
Right?
Don't jump ahead of the agendas, Vim. All right.
No, sorry, I can't help it. I just need to put it there first.
can I, guys,
Suppress.
Yes,
Guys,
KB. KB
can
wants to
I
say
add,
something.
can I add one more thing?
Be our
Liverpool
guest.
strike force is really dangerous. Why?
Uh-huh.
Because
Because of VAR.
they score when they are in possession. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they are
Okay.
always moving into space, getting the ball. Henderson is always making the pass, and
Okay.
they score. And when Liverpool score first, that's
Mhm.
even worse for the opposition because they are pacey strikers. They counter attack, so you can't even chase for the goal and leave them alone. You see, like
Yep,
how
true.
Salah scored the goal in the 5-0 win. You know,
Mm.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah. So they are very dangerous. You cannot defend them when they are in possession, and you also cannot defend them when you are attacking. Yeah.
And KB, I want you to take this on really, really quick. Great question by Faisal Jabbar there. Will any of the world class managers be able to raise the bar if they are managing a mid table team? Let's put it your Don Carlo. All right, the guy who is
Yeah.
always on Viagra when it comes to his eyebrow. He's always been up, right? He
Oh
has never been
man,
down.
his
So let's see
eyebrow, it's amazing.
if Don Carlo is now managing Man City. Do you think he would have already clinched a title by now if he started 3 seasons back?
Well,
Hypothesis.
Don Carlo has never managed a team like Everton before.
Mhm.
He's always managed a team full of superstars.
Yep.
So this is the real challenge for him. And
Okay.
it seems that from what I read in the press conference, that he's happy where he is at the moment, and he looks at this as a long-term project for him. So. I think, given the backing to sign the players that he wants,
Huh?
I think he will do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have to
it's
agree.
just So I think we are not there yet. He needs to sign more players and get Everton where we can be really competitive.
All
Yeah.
right.
Definitely,
Okay,
KB. I think that's in the pipeline. Anwari and me as well. For the
Yes.
past few episodes that we have done, we said that watch out for Don Carlo.
Don Carlo, something
He
is
is
brewing.
building something. Yeah, something is brewing. Anwari said that. I said that. Watch him because he's building something there, and we know that he is still in the pipeline or looking all those players that he wants to bring it in. And you say that he's going to do a good job. He's indeed doing a very good job right now.
One thing I've been really impressed by him is that he has not yet even slacked anybody off in public. You know, I honestly, the team last season, end of last season, has been playing so badly, and he's still saying that he has confidence in the players, which I think his management of the players is really good. It's very difficult to manage, you know, all these player egos. Yeah, I think he has that experience,
And
definitely.
he has done it, and he has done it right, me at the highest level at Real Madrid,
Of course.
right? The pinnacle, the creme de la creme.
Pinnacle, yeah.
And Rasvida Singh mentioned here, hey Ras, how are you? YB, Alamak,
Yeah,
Aizam
man.
lah, legend, wearing King Kaladze jersey. Right.
Ooh.
Okay, boys, I think that's a good icebreaker right now. Let's get into the first big match. Okay, let's see what our producer has actually prepared for us. We're gonna start with Everton versus Manchester United. First and foremost, let's do a bit of tail of the tape, or rather a bit of narrative right now. Look at this guy scratching his head, macam monyet. You know, previously they had a manager by the name of David Moyes. They call it monyet. Little did we know they hired another monyet. Mia.
That's why. Now looking at there you go. You see, I was about to see that you guys gonna do a Joker face, and there you go.
No, I remember this face, right? These people, they are really, really unforgiving people on the internet. Because I remember when Unai Emery lost a game, they actually painted his face the same way they did for Ole as well.
Exactly.
And then that went viral. That went absolutely viral. I want to start with, of course, Mr. Vim. Vim, right?
The creativity of these people, Vin. Come on, Vin.
You went to Turkey, all right, and then you got stuffed like a pure turkey. Right? I think for Ole, looking at his face, right, and his facial expression, he would wish that the ground will just swallow him up. And then also, I just want to pick this up from Ole himself, or rather, sorry, that's not Ole. This article actually, can we see that? Yep. So OGS Manchester slams Manchester United defending after defeat against Başakşehir. First and foremost, I don't know whether you caught the match in full, Vim. That was really atrocious, especially the second goal, right? I think people were circling out. You guys were queuing up as if it was recess. Remember when it was recess? You guys want to queue up for a drink? They all were doing in one straight line. That was how you guys actually lined up for the second goal. Speak to me.
Well, you asked me to speak to you, but I was speechless when I watched. You asked me to speak to you, but I was speechless when I was watching the defending because it was absolutely atrocious. I mean, honestly speaking, I think the Sunday League football we defend better than that. But what's interesting to me, it shows the mentality of the team.
Okay.
Against PSG, if you watched that game, we defended fantastically well.
Yeah.
Right? So it is not. So that shows that it's not an issue of a lack of capability. It's a mentality thing, right? And actually, I would blame Ole in some respect for that because it's how you prepare the team for the game.
Okay.
Right. I don't think the preparation was right for the game. Obviously, if you look at how we played against PSG, how we played against Leipzig, you know, the team shape, the way we pressed, the way we defended was very different from how we played yesterday. And I think the way we started the game, the way we, as you mentioned, the team shape and the way we defended, it kind of tells me that we probably took them for granted, you know, and we thought that, you know, this is probably the easiest team in the group and it's a walkover, you know, and that's the mentality that a United team shouldn't have. You know, with Alex Ferguson and with United teams in the past, it's always, you know, going for 3 points, no matter who the opposition is. Right? So I don't think the mentality is right of this team. And in that sense, firstly, I don't think there's leaders in the team. That's one issue. I don't think our captain is the best leader on the pitch either. That's another issue. And I think Ole's preparation for the game also is in question here. Right. So I think those factors put together, you know,
it does not make for a good story.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Man, sensational stuff. And KB, you are supposed to play these guys, right? Looking at the amount, right, of hatred, you know, it's visceral over there on social media. A lot of pressure has been heaped upon the team to actually perform. KB, are you the least afraid that they will come back like wounded animals? Because if they come out with a reaction, I think you guys are doomed, right? Don't you agree?
I think, honestly speaking, this would probably there's no best time to play Manchester United, but in this season, I think this game is the best time to play United. With Ole's job on the line,
Mhm.
the player probably in disarray,
Mhm.
confidence is low.
Yep.
I think this is the best time, but I read that Ole tried to reschedule the game
Mhm.
against us, and I was hoping that they reschedule until Richarlison is back and James is back. But I mean,
Didn't
I'll
happen.
still go for this Saturday. Yeah. So I think we have our own problems as well,
You do. You
and
do. You do.
United has their own problems. So I think both teams need to win. It's a must-win game for both teams, and I think it'll be an interesting game. So I think I'm looking forward to playing United this weekend.
Wow. Hmm.
Okay, on top of that, Anwari, in terms of summon the situation with Everton without James Rodriguez and also Richarlison for the match this weekend, do
Yeah.
you think, Kemi, do you think that it will be as heated as what you expect between Everton and Manchester United's game this weekend?
Hmm.
I don't know whether it will be heated, but if Don Carlo prepares the team again like how he did against Newcastle,
Mhm.
without Richarlison, we don't have the flair.
Yeah.
We don't have that threat. So in the Premier League, you have the good teams and the weaker teams. The weaker teams also has a chance to beat the stronger team,
Mm.
because somehow we just soak it up
Yep.
and counter. So I think Everton's strength is in set piece and the corner.
Mhm.
I read that James might play, but
Oh.
our threat up front is only DCL.
This year?
So we have to focus on our strength, which is, I think, free kick, set piece,
Set pieces.
corner, yeah, and stuff like that. And we do need the right back,
Okay.
because with James playing on the wing, without a right back like against Southampton, there's no point,
True.
because you
And
need a right back to come up to
yeah.
pull away the defender for James to be free to do his magic.
True. And it's great that KB, right, Mayor, actually brought that defeat against Southampton, because I just want to pull it all the way back again. Both of your team actually suffered an L, a defeat. Okay.
Yep.
For Manchester United, of course, it's not a shame, Vim, you lost to the greatest team in the universe. All right. You lost to Arsenal. It's not a shame at all. Trust me. All right. But
I pretend I didn't hear that. Okay.
Oh, okay. But you guys, of course, from the start, you guys just weren't at the races. And if Arsenal, Mayor, if we were a bit more clinical, if we had the potency or the trio of Liverpool or even Man City, I think that match, right, for United, they will be leaving the pitch with their tails caught between their legs. Because if we had actually turned up, all right, or crank up a notch when it comes to the attacking foray, we would have actually punished them even further. So I think 1-0 was flattering towards their cause. And then also the
Absolutely.
same can be said about Everton. I think for the first 5 matches, some, I wouldn't say all, or I wouldn't say many. I'm not going to generalize them, but some of the Everton fans, their hate started to enter cloud nine. And they can't be blamed, right? The football played is really nice. It is really pleasing on the eye. And then, bam, they got caught. All right, they were being brought down to earth, crashing 2 consecutive defeat. First of all, I'm going to start with Vim. United defeat against Arsenal. Where does the buck stop, man? Is it with the manager or is it with the player?
I think it's with it always stops with the manager. I mean,
Okay.
even if the player's attitude is not right, the manager
Mhm.
always has to take the stick. Because you're responsible for the team you put out there,
Yep.
and you're responsible for the results on the pitch. So, but what is and why I say it is not so much. I mean, managers is one side of the story, but it's more the mentality of the team. Is
Mhm.
because if you can flatter 1 week and put in a
Mhm.
fantastic performance and beat a top team 5-0 or beat PSG, and then the very next week you're playing like how we played against Arsenal or
Mhm.
even against Istanbul last night,
Mhm.
then that tells me that something is wrong, right?
Mhm.
In terms of the mentality of the players, and maybe these are not big game players, these are not elite mentality players, right? And we don't have enough leadership on the pitch. So I think it is not in terms of, I wouldn't blame things like the tactical nose of Ole,
Okay.
because he has shown in one of matches that he can hold it against the top teams. when it comes to tactics, one-off, right? But it's when the issue here with United is consistency. Yeah. I think on our day we have shown that we can beat anybody. Right?
Yeah, you have.
If we really turn up and we really perform.
Especially last season, right? Against Pep, remember, right, Aizam? Ole, has probably Pep's number on speed dial right now. First name on the phone book, Pep. He has done a couple of numbers on Pep, and then right now, and you expect always United to come out big. This has happened against Spurs, against Chelsea, against Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why I think it's a issue of mentality, and it's the issue of how much do you want it, right? I don't think the players in United want it enough. I think they're just there, happy to come and strut about and do their thing. And if you see as players, it's easy to get motivated for big games, which is why United turn up for big games. But the really strong teams who win titles turn up for all games, even against the so-called lesser teams,
Liverpool,
because you want to win something, right? And so actually, if you turn up in big games, I mean, if you don't turn up in big games, then it tells me something is seriously wrong. But if you turn up in big games and you don't turn up against the smaller teams, then it tells me that you don't have the hunger, you don't have the desire to actually go a step further and push yourself and get that consistency that's needed to win titles.
Nicely put
which
together.
is a shame.
Nicely put together. And Aizam.
There is a saying also, sorry, Anwar, there is a saying also, to win the league or to win the titles or everything, you got to win all with the Minos teams.
True, yeah.
Then you show up to the big teams, like you said, Vin, you show up with the big teams, but you don't show up on the regular mid for nothing.
Yeah, and Aizam, from an outsider view, right, from outside looking in, what do you make of the situation right now, just across town?
As a City fan,
be honest,
I love it so much to see where they are right now. I'm gonna shot fire lah, Okay, I'm just gonna switch between full banter and
Panditry.
Okay, as a City fan, seeing United going through the terrible motion of changing managers, and
players,
and having all these false start, right? Oh, they won against the big team, but then they are crap against the small teams, right?
Yep.
And then they are blaming everything on the owners, and whatnot. Don't forget, the owners gave them money to buy players.
Okay.
This is they bought who? Donny Van de Beek, is it?
Van de Beek. And
why is he not playing? Why is he not playing? It's baffling to see you buy new players, but then you're not letting him play. And what is the reason? Is it because the team is not good enough? Is it because he's not good enough? Then why are you buying him? And then you have issues where your captain, who is an overrated, thank God City didn't buy him at all.
Overrated fridge.
He doesn't even give that stability in that sense.
and then you change managers, and I think Lee Alexander said it best, like getting rid of a manager who might, like Mourinho, who is a firebrand, who is a liability, with the way he manages, but he gets the job done. He has pedigree. And then you guys have this romanticism of getting a former player to become a manager, like Ole. I mean, let's face it, he may be a legend, and then this is my Banter quote coming out. Okay, you may have a player who gave you guys that that last minute
90 plus
Champions
3.
League, 90 plus 3. But he's a shit manager. He doesn't even know what he wants. He doesn't, even his former teammates have come up against him. Like when you have players like former players like Roy Keane, Paul Scholes coming attacking the team, and Patrice Evra. It says a lot that you are not exactly a top class manager.
You're not. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So then, but I think the issue here is right now is that if United sack Ole, who is in the market, and he's gonna go back to zero.
But Poch did. If you didn't see Monday Night Football, he was auditioning for the United job.
Okay, true. He's waiting for a haircut. Right?
But he actually was praising some selected United players as well.
Yeah, maybe there's
Just
a
connect
telltale.
table lah.
In a way, Vim, he's actually advertising himself for the post, is it?
Of course, that's what they do,
I'm
right?
available, come get me.
But he did warn that there will be a lot of changes that's going to happen if he takes
Yes,
over.
yes,
So
yes.
you'll be another club or in transition again.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Daryl,
it's gonna be,
please.
yeah.
Daryl, please.
Yeah, Vim, don't be surprised. If you think you're thinking positive, I won't be surprised if suddenly like, okay, come, Brian Hicks, take over.
You know-
let me see
you
what
know-
you do.
Actually, I would like to think the worst is over already. I mean, we suffered for the
No, the
last
worst
7
is
years
Paul Scholes,
already.
man. You getting Paul Scholes as a
No.
manager.
whoever lah. I mean, then at least we get to see each of our past legends in the dugout lah. At least something. Then
But I think the problem is
at least something to celebrate.
But I think the problem is with the owner.
The owner. Okay, and of course, right now we don't have enough time to actually lay down a post-mortem, right, on a really forensic level. Not yet. Maybe a show that we can
Thank God, man.
I want to go with Daryl.
Hey, tell
Daryl,
me,
right now,
hey, don't invite me for that show.
bro, no worries, bro. Your name is also on Twitter right now. But Daryl, right now you can choose, man. Your catalog is right now huge. You want to take a pot shot at KB, Everton, you can do so. You want to take a pot shot at Vim for United, you can do so because you are in the perfect position, right, to actually hantam and banter people. But what do you make right now? First and foremost, I'm not going to go to United because Aizam has actually just probably encapsulate what is wrong for Vim and United. I think it wholeheartedly Vim would actually agree with those points. But they're looking at Everton. Finally, it seemed when they went on a telescope, right? Say they saw people coming down from the outer space, they realized Everton fans are back on Earth. were you once worried when they were on that run that they might conjure up with something special, Leicester in mind?
No, actually, I thought that looking at, I think their first 3 games, I was very impressed with how they played. I think they played so well. I was like, oh my god, I think this team is like going to make it to top 5 at least, top 5 or realistically speaking, top 5 or top 6. But after like what is it, the Newcastle game and all that kind of thing, I think it's because mainly because of Richarlison's suspension and Seamus Coleman's injury and all that. I think if they still get back these guys, I think this team can really push for Europe next season.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. That's a really big up, right, from a rival across town. And then let's go through again a couple of agendas. Paul Pogba. Do we really want to go on with this guy? Right now, Paul Pogba, another divisive topic that we can go on and on. I think he is. I think Mayor, it's harder for us to peel this topic of Paul Pogba, all right, in comparison to whether we should have pineapples on pizza. Right, because that's also a long-standing. Right, there's also a long-standing argument that the pineapple should never be on a pizza. But I think this might just have actually ousted that topic because Paul Pogba, Lee Alexander said it before. If United win, it's Pogba's fault. If United loses, it's Pogba's fault. Yeah, if Ed Woodward's dog suffers a miscarriage, it's also Pogba's fault. So with Pogba right now, Vim, where do you stand on it? Are you a Pogba sympathizer in this case?
Okay, actually, my take on Pogba is this. Pogba, I think our expectations on Pogba is too high.
Wow.
And Pogba is not okay. You look at United. When the catalyst for United to have a changing, to have a change in form was Fernandes, right? Not Pogba. When Fernandes came in, it's because Fernandes was a leader, right? And one of the issues I highlighted earlier was that United have lack of leaders, but Fernandes is one. You need leaders all over the pitch to actually do well. Pogba is not a leader. If you look at why he did very well in Juventus, he had leaders all over the pitch. His partner was Marchisio, Pirlo. He had Buffon. He had Chiellini, at the back. It was a team full of leaders, and Pogba could just do his thing. He wasn't under pressure to lead the team and so on. And now there's a lot of expectations being placed on him to lead the team, lead the midfield. He's supposed to be the savior, and all that. And that's not him. It's not him to do that. And so I feel it's a lot of wrong expectations being placed on Pogba.
What is the right weight of expectation that's Vim? For Pogba, he's a world-class player, a guy who has World Cup. And he was the cornerstone behind that successful.
I would say if a team is playing well, you put Pogba in the team, he'll make it he'll take it a notch higher. But if a team is struggling and you put Pogba in the team, he's just going to make the team worse. because he's not going to do anything for you in terms of effort, in terms of trying to fight for the cause and whatsoever. So I think if you see United doing well and we pick up form, you would see Pogba's form pick up as well. Some players are like that. Some flair players are like that, right? We have seen, even in the lesser teams. I don't know if you guys.
For an Arsenal friend,
I give you an example. I give you an example. Do you remember this player called Adel Taarabt?
Of course,
Spurs, he was at Spurs, QPR. He's an example, or even Ben Arfa, right? So those are examples of flair players. Pogba is a flair player as well. I mean, in a different light, but he's a flair player. Flair players like him perform well when there's the team is doing well. They're going for it. And now it's week in, week out, right? And Pogba is like that as well. Actually, he's not like a Roy Keane, right? And he's not someone who can carry the team. That shouldn't be Pogba. Right. So I think we should keep Pogba because he's still one of the best midfielders in the world. But I think we should start bringing in leaders to the team. And leaders. Pogba.
Okay.
All right.
Just to top up with that, Anwar, just what Wim said, I do agree what you said. But when do you think, since he has been surrounded from his previous teams with all these leaders, when do you think this player will grow and become the leader himself? Is as in United right now? That's not him,
I don't see that happening.
Because he's surrounded now with all those youth talents around him in the team. Which needed guidance.
That's why he's struggling.
I think he needs a proper manager firstly for him. If you're looking at his last 3 or 4 games, he's putting him as defensive midfielder. He's not going to defend.
Actually, Daryl. I beg to differ, because if you look at France, when he plays for France, he plays in a similar role for France. He sits. He doesn't bomb forward for France.
As the number 6 for France.
Yeah,
correct. And he plays effectively for France. Why? Because France have a team full of leaders. They have actually mature players who have won things and have leadership qualities and so on. And and Pogba can go and do it. I think Pogba has the ability to play in a deeper role.
But Vim, I'm going to interject. Sorry, mate. I'm just going to interject there. But if you see the back room footages, right? They mentioned when they interviewed the French players, these people were looking up to Pogba, and Pogba was the guy who was giving the pre-match, the halftime sermon.
Yes.
And you talk about he's being surrounded by leaders, but he is being looked upon as a leader. Why can't he translate that national team form into Manchester United?
And I beg to differ.
Okay.
You know why? Because he's just a hype man. He's just a hype man for the team. But that's the only thing. Because I mean, like what Vin mentioned, I think with the problem with United is that they really don't know how to play Pogba to his strength.
Okay.
I think Daryl mentioned is that he's if I'm taking my football manager tactical experience, like he's the kind like where he's for FM, like he's a kind of player where like he's a box to box player.
Correct. True.
Okay. So the thing is that when he was in France, you have he's playing that box to box, but he had Kante there, so he can interchange with Kante in that sense. But if you look at United right now, right, if he does that, who's gonna do? Who's gonna do the defensive duty? Like Matic is a good player, no granted about it, but he's on the age older side.
Yeah.
But no, if you look at it, where do you?
And I'll just throw something. I'll just say something as well. France have been having a very good last few years. The team, right? So my point earlier about when the team struggles, then you see where does Pogba fit. Right. So let's see when France struggles, how Pogba gets them out. So I think Pogba is great when the entire team is playing well and they're doing well, which is the case for France. Right. But when he's in a team that struggles, then does he have the bottle to carry the team forward? Yeah.
One thing I want to add is that for when you compare Pogba playing for Manchester United and playing for country, when he plays for Manchester United, he doesn't play well. He's already looking at switching clubs. But for a country, you can't switch your country. So you either
great observation,
KB. Or you don't.
And
like Vim says that he plays for France, he plays holding midfielder. I think Pogba can play there actually because he is one of the best passers of the ball.
I agree, exactly.
I agree, man.
He's passing with left, right, both feet is pinpoint. And that's crucial for a game which is tight. But I think maybe he's just not having his mind and heart set. And as a player, I think if you can't have that, you're not at peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can give your 120% for the club. You see?
Perfect.
And actually, you brought up a good point, because you see, when United was struggling, then you hear Pogba and the agent trying to force a move, right? And then in the summer, when United ended last season quite strongly and we finished third, right? Then suddenly the agent and Pogba came back saying that they want an extension, and I mean, this is what I mean by characters. This is not the kind of characters that you want in your team. A leader in the team doesn't just want to stay when the team is doing well.
All right.
You should want to stay and pull the team forward when the team is not doing well.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So
All right.
that's my point. Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one. Thank you so much, Vim. All right, that's a really
Fantastic. Well said, Vim.
Good passionate defense of Pogba. If only they can actually defend like Vim, right, Mayor? The way he
Yes,
defended Pogba, I think they would have come out okay at least.
There's a question. Yes,
Yes.
We also have
no one going to mention if his heart is even set to play for United. I think this was Pogba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, yeah. And do you have an answer to that, or is there anything that you want to check?
I think because I think he left United in a very bad state. Like that sense, he wanted to play a role in United when he was in the youth team, but Ferguson kind of like look at him like, you're not ready. You don't have the mental fortitude. And I think Ferguson was right, because when he came back, he hasn't exactly lead the justify the amount that United paid to Juventus. So and I feel that as a player, if you have a huge price tag, right, your mental fortitude comes in place.
True.
If you are if you are paid so much and then you cannot rise to the challenge, you're no better off than an average player who works hard, who puts in the shift.
Exactly.
So like if I think Kiri said it best. Like his heart is not there. It's all this transfer rumor, and the agent is talking about, he wants to play for Real Madrid. Like, let's face it, I think it's just a matter of time that he leaves the club. Only thing right now is that when.
Yeah, and I think that would be the best solution, right? And hopefully we all hope that it will be amicable at the end of the day. But I think that is the perfect exit route for Paul Pogba. And it's such a shame, right? Because our league is right. I believe like we are always losing the star power or the superstars to the La Liga. We lost Eden Hazard last season. He's not pulling up threes at La Liga, and what a shame. If he had stayed on, we can see him week in, week out. And it's sad. It's really a sad state of affairs to actually look at Pogba in this current state and to leave the Premier League. That means for sure he's no longer part of the entertainment bandwagon for the Premier League brand. We can no longer look at Pogba, and now we have to rely on Instagram, on YouTube to catch highlights of Paul Pogba. And we had the pleasure, right, for now about 4 seasons to look at him in full, in flesh, but he has not delivered. And I feel like, wow, it's such a shame, man, because I love Paul Pogba. I love Paul Pogba.
Yeah, I love Pogba too. You see, the way how you mentioned it, it is sad to look at him or to know that he's leaving English Premier League with the points of like an Everton fan, a Liverpool fan, a Man City fan, and even an Arsenal fan are talking about how high we actually rated him. See?
Yeah, and he's
right now, you see, because to look at how he actually plays and what KB has mentioned about how he actually sits, how he played for his country.
Okay.
Oh, I tell you, man.
It's night and day. Yeah, the difference is night and day. So
yeah, man. And after that, how Vim also mentioned that how he actually emulates a team. He is not that kind of person who actually go and produce that kind of leadership quality to all the rest of the players. That is actually not his. He's not that kind of player. And Aizam also mentioned, and also Daryl also mentioned a big part of what Pogba is made of. It is sad to have him to actually just to leave English Premier League.
Yeah,
we actually are dominating English Premier League, actually dominating most of the title stuff, like that kind of thing, and good players and fast beat play. Even like the likes of Kai Havertz from Bundesliga coming to Chelsea, playing in Chelsea, actually say, wow, this is English Premier League. Everybody start commenting, welcome to English Premier League. So he was shocked too. So these are the things that actually we don't expect. Looking at Pogba to leave, that's sad, man.
Really? That is sad. Yeah. Of course. At the end of the day, again, I'm an Arsenal fan, so there's no secret in me rejoicing over the demise of United. You know, if
Eh, but,
a lot of
eh,
pressure.
but eh,
Yeah,
no, but
go.
but let me just say, if United win the league this year, he will stay lah.
Oh,
That's a if. That's a
that is
big
given. That is a
if.
yeah. That's a simple fact. The sky is blue, right?
That's what FJ said down there. Anwari,
And Anwari,
who do we blame?
yeah, and
The agent?
yeah, I think the current context, the current footballing landscape, everybody has an agent. It's only a matter of who is your agent. So his
Yeah.
agent is Raiola, right? The most
Raiola.
the most
Oh, that guy.
And if you realize, none of the
Ka-ching.
super agents are actually agents to Liverpool players. You realize your Raiola, your Jurapchen, they are all not part of Liverpool and their players, right? Sorry, Daryl. He's not.
I think Klopp also doesn't
Yeah.
want to sign
No, so yeah,
Raiola agents and
yeah,
Josh Mendes.
or the
players
Jorge
and all that.
Mendes, you know, you talk Kia Jurapchen, none of them are in Liverpool. And I to answer that blatantly,
Yeah.
do we blame the agents? The agents will play. There is more inclination. There is a bit, just a small percentage. At the end of it, is the players. You know, just leave it as it is. It's the players.
Yeah.
If they want it,
Anwari,
yeah.
Anwari, there was one player who actually was linked with Kev Jirapshan with Liverpool. It was Javier Mascherano.
Oh, but that was a long time ago, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, but not now. But he did
Yeah,
handle
but under,
Javier Mascherano.
under this regime, FSG, I don't think they
No,
would
no.
want
Under
to
FSG, no. But
any on these parasites.
Maybe the Gillette guy,
Yeah. So that's it. You know, good point by FJ. But yeah, but if you want to blame it on the agent, I think we will be completely nonchalant just to blame it on the agent. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
the player, they are the one that's battling out on the green turf, right?
Exactly,
And okay,
exactly.
so I think we have deviated way too far. Let's go back to the main agenda quickly. So United and Everton, in terms of
Okay.
head-to-head, played 56. Total win for Everton and United. Wow, that is overly unilateral over to the United scores, of course. 36 victory right there over the 9. But if our memory serves us right, look at the past results. Okay, especially playing at the Goodison, it has not been happy hunting ground for United. KB, right now
Yes.
playing at the Everton, of course, you don't get the rapturous support from applause of the 9 or rather the 12 men, right?
Man,
How big of a factor it is going into this match against United?
Well, I think definitely it has an effect playing in an empty stadium.
Yeah.
But I think playing Manchester itself should give enough motivation for the players to do well. Especially, I think for James, because I think he will be the limelight.
Okay.
Looking at this game, I think I believe we have a chance to win. Yeah.
Okay. Win. And if you do, I just want to throw in a really quick one for you, KB. Should Mr. T-Rex start? He was dropped, right, for the last game?
Oh, this is a tricky
Small
one.
arm big
Yeah,
fan.
actually, the last game when Olsen played, I was quite impressed by
He
him.
was, I caught the match. He was alright.
indeed. Yes.
He was alright.
But maybe having been benched for the last game, Pickford would come in and put in a good shift.
Okay.
One thing about him is his distribution is good. So let's see. It's quite interesting. Yeah,
And-
this
and-
game.
Yeah, if again, guys, if you were to actually just laser your eye into the top player stats, look at that goals. Calvert-Lewin is now clearly in the lead for the race. When you compare between United top scorer and also Everton's assists as well, and you look at passes, tackles, is all on Everton's corner. Vim, how detrimental it is for United if they decide to buckle under the pressure once again. Is this the end for Mr. 90 plus 3?
I think so. I think as much as I hate to say it, I mean I've never wanted to say sack the manager lah. And all the more when it comes to OGS, I feel that any manager needs time, but I think he will not get the time that he wants. I think if there's few more defeats on the trot, I think the owners will want to salvage the season.
Okay.
And with Poch being available, and not many top managers around, other than Pochettino, who are available, they might see it as a good opportunity to go for him. But having said that, I would also like to point out that United's form has been better away than home. in recent times.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Brighton, Newcastle.
And actually the best time to play United, the worst time to play United is off a heavy defeat, because somehow or other it seems like the next game you will play very well, and then the best time to play us will be after that lah. The best time to play us will be after that, because we'll definitely lose the next game. Yeah. So maybe who's playing us after Everton? I need to check. That team probably will, if we beat Everton, then we will lose lah next game.
And then Lee Alexander comes in. KB, for the greater good, can your team make the sacrifice and lose to Man United? We really want Ole to stay, please. And this is ultimate contradiction when you look at his picture, for his profile picture, right? An Arsenal badge. Okay. So KB, right now, I just want to head over to you as well for this match for Everton against United. Of course, you want to stop the rot immediately. And what better way for you guys to do it against United? But if things goes down south, again, do you start to question the players? Do you start to question Don Carlo himself?
Well, I think, Richie will still be out for this game. So we definitely lack a player of his quality. The replacement for him would be Iwobi or Bernard. And Bernard lacks the physicality of the league.
Okay.
Iwobi is too much drama and no fruit. So I think it's tough to replace Richie unless in January we start to buy better signings. So this game is a must win. So
It's a must
actually
win, okay.
anything can happen for both
Alright.
teams.
Okay.
Man U needs to win because of their position at the league, and Everton needs to keep the momentum going. So it's a
And
must
KB,
win.
KB,
Anything can happen.
I just want to get into the tactical discourse. How do you see Carlo setting up for this one? Do you go, counter attack? Do you go again all guns blazing from minute one, attack them when they least expect you to, or do you do a complete Italian job, the hit and run?
I think Carlo is going to set up the team the same like he did against Newcastle. Without Richie, he's going to set up as a tough to beat team. But I hope that we have a right back for this game, because having a right back is crucial for the way James plays. Without the right back, like putting Godfrey in as a makeshift right back, is really bad. And looking at United's attacking prowess is dangerous. Yeah, so I would think that it'll be more like we soak up the pressure and try to score during the set piece or corner kicks and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And Rasvida also mentioned really good one that I just wanted to quickly highlight. Actually, Merseyside has been the graveyard for United managers. Mourinho got sacked after losing to Liverpool. Moyes after losing to Everton. So, KB, right now, will you guys have the honorable task of just finally nailing the last nail into OGS coffin? Do you think that will happen as a Everton fan yourself?
I think it's a big possibility. United losing 2 games on the trot. There may be some internal conflicts in the team, and I really hope that we take advantage of this. This is the best time, I said, to play United, and we do need the 3 points.
Vim, this is never a good telltale sign when an Everton guy says that, wow, we are looking forward to play United, because that is a tantamount to the current state that you guys are in. But there is one guy who has been really persistent in terms of his question. Vim, a question for you. Do you think Ed Woodward and the Glazers are to be blamed, all right, for a lacking of players? Or maybe he is probably just alluding to the fact, the mere fact that you guys actually fell short during the summer for the transfer window. Is that a good enough reason?
I think that's one of the reasons, definitely, because I think if you see our transfer strategy, or more the lack of a strategy, in the transfer market, it was very evident. I mean, everybody knew we had one main transfer target, that was Jadon Sancho.
Yep.
And Dortmund was from the very beginning saying that you pay this amount, you get the player. I don't know why we were haggling for a 20-30 million more. If you really wanted a player, and that's how United usually do business. Right? Even when you go those days when we booked the transfer market for Rio Ferdinand, we bought Ruud and Nistelrooy, we knew this was a target. We did it early in the transfer window, and that's it. right?
Yeah.
And now you haggle, and if you look at the last few signings that we made, we are a joke.
Yeah.
You know, we bought in Cavani, who is past his prime, right? And that's
You,
supposed
you
to excite,
sure he has
you know,
passed his
the
point? Because
fans.
I've got a couple of guys who would actually defend Cavani signing vehemently, saying that
No,
this guy is one of the
he
top
will
marksmen.
add. No, he will add value to United, definitely, but that doesn't mean he's in his prime lah. He's past his prime, but he's still better than what.
Okay.
He's still got something to offer.
Christian, just for you.
If you look at the other players, okay, Donny van der Beek, I rate him quite highly. I think if United's playing well, if he'll come into the team and he'll really take us to the next level.
I
He's a class
actually
player.
think Donny van der Beek is not a Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing. I think his son was a pressure by
He's
yeah,
not.
yeah. That was
he was
a
just
And I think Ole, and I think
Mm.
I agree with you, and I think Ole is trying to make that point. You know, he's saying that he's not a player that I requested to sign. So you sign him for me. He's not going to play every game, and I think he's making that point known, right? And you look at the other signings we made, like this guy called Pelestri, you know, and the Ahmad Diallo who's coming in January. These are all in January, right? These are all very young youth players who are probably were not in the top few players we were in our transfer list, in Ole's transfer list at the start. So it's a very, very poor transfer window. And actually, I make this point as well. If I'm a United player and I'm sitting in the dressing room, ending last season in third position, going to Champions League, knowing that Jadon Sancho will most likely come in and add value, I'm so excited because good players want to play with better players. That's a fact, right? And when you end the transfer window in that kind of a note, it leaves a very sour taste in the players because when I look around, Chelsea signing Havertz, Everton signing James, Liverpool signing Thiago, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, I finished third last season, and I'm supposed to make another step up, to try to push for the league. But then look at my signings versus theirs. Where does this put me? And that already puts a doubt in the players' minds. In terms of how much I can achieve. So I think the transfer window was absolutely shambles for United.
Yeah, and it was also right. I don't agree. I totally want to allude to the point that Vim made. That was actually indicative of where the threat that is going to be puffed by your board, right, for the upcoming season. I think that was the biggest indication that you guys are not in for the real battle. Because when you guys pull out the plug for Jadon Sancho, that like for me as an Arsenal fan, as a neutral, I thought that this is where they will collapse like house of cards. Because every single time when they can't score a goal or when they lose a match, they will always go back to that transfer window.
Yes.
That transfer window that was supposed to be the savior for United. But then again, yes, KB, sorry.
However, if I were to add, on paper, the game, Everton, Manchester, Manchester has a better quality players. On paper, on all 11 add up, Manchester is far better. But I think it's down to the manager to kind of motivate and manage these egos, to perform as a team, which I think is the difficult part for Ole,
Yeah. All right. So, Vim, same question that I've actually posted for KB when it comes to the tactical setup. Taufik Dawood, would you again sing in with what he has actually prepared for us? Start Cavani, Rashford, and Martial. Would you actually go with that as well?
No, I'll go for Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood. I think it's a must-win game, and I think those three have shown that on the day they are as good a front three as you can find in the league. Cavani, we still don't know how well he's integrating in the team, and I haven't been too impressed. I mean, he hasn't had many minutes to show, but when he has come on, he hasn't really. And I think it's too much of a gamble to start him from the off. I think I'll go for Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford as a front three.
And there's not a bad shot, right, me? You can, I think there's a lot of mobility, there's a lot of pace, and there's a lot of option for you to interchange in terms of position. And when it comes to scoreline, of course, we don't want another curse of the commentator because whatever that you predict will always go the opposite way. But Vim, I'm still going to ask you anyway. What's your prediction for this match?
You shouldn't ask me for prediction because I remember there's once a long time ago when I predicted.
Everybody has a story when it comes to prediction.
I know. I must say this story. I don't know whether it was was I in the show with Aizam or with some other City fan. I can't remember. But then I actually predicted 6-1 to United.
Okay.
And then we lost 6-1. And then we lost 6-1 to City. So I'm not one for prediction, but I think I'll go for a 2-1 United win.
2-1 United. Okay, all right. So there you go. So that's Vim from the United corner and KB. KB, sorry. In terms of prediction, I just need to get your prediction as well. And please don't go on another folklore tale about prediction and why you don't want to do so.
For me, probably 1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sweet. You know the last time United lost 1-0 to which team? All right. Okay. Let's get on. Let's get on. All right. So we've been waiting for Aizam and Daryl to pounce. All right. Onto their brand own agenda as well. We've got
Yep.
Mayor. Wow.
Yep.
The
Wow.
week one, the title decider. According to many pundits out there, they have actually weighed in and said that you want to know who's the champion? The eventual winner will be the one. I want to start with Aizam. Or let's just go with Daryl first. Daryl, do you agree with the sentiment out there right now? In order for us to know who will be the eventual winner, this will be the match for us to catch.
Okay, for me it's like it's not only this match. For me, as long as Pep and Klopp is in this league, nobody wins the Premier League except these two.
True. Wow.
Okay, it's only going to be these two. You're looking at last 3 seasons, they brought it to another level. To win this league, you need to at least go 95 points and above. City had 100 points, 98 points. I think Liverpool last year was 98 as well. You need to go to
97.
another level. 97, yeah, okay. More than 95 points. Gone are the days when 80 points wins the league. Even your invisible Arsenal also didn't reach 90 plus points, 95 points.
You guys tried. You guys tried.
Yeah, you try.
It's my fault.
Title decider, no, not yet. Maybe the second one, the second game, yeah. Then,
And Aizam, I know I've asked you off air. Is this a bit too overly premature for us to just put in a place in attack that this is a title decider clash?
Yeah, I think it's too early to decide because if you look at the table, City is in the bottom half of the table.
Yep.
So we are still not kicking in the gear yet, lah. In a sense, I think because of the fact that we started the season late in terms of the
Yep.
preseason and whatnot, and I think the injuries and also our striker crisis. So I feel that the result is a premature indication of the eventual winners. I think Liverpool, if you're talking about on form, yeah, definitely they are the title, they are the favourites lah.
Okay.
In that sense. But having said that, I think I mentioned offline before that was that it's gonna be a challenge in terms of like Liverpool having a defensive crisis with
Okay.
Van Dijk out of picture and City having a striker crisis.
Mm.
That's
But,
gonna be
but Aizam,
yeah.
with that, with the return of Gabriel Jesus scoring in the Champions League, which is 3-0 win, do you think that they're still having a striker crisis? I know that, you are not talking about Aguero, who is actually on and off, but Gabriel Jesus is one particular striker who's I mentioned it to a Man City fan. A good friend of mine actually who's a Man City fan. He said, "No, aren't you glad that he's back scoring and will he be starting and also be attacking force of Man City?"
Yeah, man.
Okay. If we're looking at the last 2 games, I have more confidence Ferran Torres playing up front scoring compared to Jesus, because Jesus has this frustrating habit of scoring the tap-ins, but when it comes as an out-and-out striker, he's not performing to where he's supposed to be lah. He's not okay. I wouldn't say that he's not a good striker. He is a good striker.
Okay.
But he's not in that same level of the Aguero where he knows how to find spaces.
Okay.
He needs 5 chances in order to score 1 goal.
Like Andy Cole.
Yes, but he's a striker. He's a good striker, no doubt about it. But he's not the Aguero kind of goal where like when Aguero has the ball, you know that he's gonna score.
Yeah, he can create something out of nothing.
Yes, he can create
Yeah. True.
And I think the fact that because he has not been able to play as regularly as he wants, that's the reason why we are not seeing the best of him, lah.
Okay.
But I would say that it's a good addition for him to come back from injury and to be able to score in the Champions League. But having said that, I still feel that it's going to be tricky because of the fact that Jesus is not the is not performing to his potential ability as a striker.
Yeah.
But it's no fault of his own, because
Yeah.
look at this way. In front of him is Aguero.
Yeah.
He's a legend on his own for City. Like, how do you
No
even
shit,
top it up?
Sherlock. No shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Sherlock.
shit,
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Aguero.
we got Aguero. Like, how are you gonna play it often? Unless Pep's and you know Pep's style of play is that he has one striker up front, and I think it's a lot of the non-English managers kind of tactic where you have two inside forwards cutting in and one close striker up front.
Yeah.
So Jesus doesn't have that chance of playing that with Aguero. I mean, if I would love to see that when on a good day we see Aguero and Jesus up front, and then we have that would be a great, like,
Yep.
having that old school 4-4-2 style of striker,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that has been missing for the longest time. What?
True. Okay. All right. And again, maybe Daryl, you probably have read this out already. For the cops here and the panel between Mane and Salah, who is the more important player, the game changer? Where do you go with this? Because he has actually chimed in with his part, Mane.
100% Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane, okay.
Yeah, for me, the guy. I think last year he's like one of the best players for Liverpool. I think Sadio Mane is the best player right now in Liverpool besides Van Dijk.
Okay.
Salah, sometimes I get boiled up sometimes when I see him. He's so soft.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I curse and swear in front of the TV, then he suddenly scores, and I just like, okay, shut up. For me, like if you like ask me to take out this front three, I'll just say, Salah, go get out of my team.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, it's like
and also now that, of course, we talk about Salah, we talk about Mane, but another guy has just entered the conversation. Right. Next better player. So right now with Bobby Firmino, I actually laid this inside a poll as well. Has the treatment for Bobby been unfair so far? Because right now he has been hit with a lot of criticism. Some of it's fair, some of them are unfair. But I just want to hear it from a Liverpool guy himself. Right now, this guy comes in. Okay, he is supposed to be the guy to fill in the gap, but he's doing more than what he's expected to. He's scoring the goals. He's creating the goals. Right now he's splendid. He is almost flawless. Do you drop this guy for Bobby the next game against Man City, or do you accommodate both Bobby and Jota in the same team?
I don't drop Bobby. I find a situation where I play his four inside together in the game, because Jota scores goals, okay, good, but Jota doesn't. Nobody notice how good Bobby Firmino off the ball. It's off the ball work.
But even now, Daryl, are we still looking at the same Bobby though? Because I mean, you got to be frank, right? Right now, there is a sharp decline in form when it comes to Bobby. He looks absolutely petrified when he's inside the 6-yard box.
Okay.
He looks at ease when he's outside of it, but when he has a goal inside, he either pass it away or he completely balloons it.
No, that is Bobby Firmino. He's not a 20-goal striker player. He's not a out and out goal scorer. Bobby Firmino is like, you're asking me why does the conductor doesn't play the violin. That is Bobby Firmino. He's the conductor of the team. He's a player that makes Liverpool tick.
Okay.
All the way. Yeah.
Even this season, Daryl.
Yeah. Okay, he didn't start well. Yeah, but you don't pick him up. No way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to go with Bim again.
Yep.
For the Bobby Firmino's case. All right. The Liverpool corner, all right, the Liverpool boys or fans, they will always, right, rake up reasons after reason why nobody should slander Bobby Firmino, right? Because he is a double pivot number 9, he's a defensive striker, and all those shenanigans. What do you make of Bobby Firmino's case? Again, as a neutral.
Actually, I like Bobby Firmino as a player. I think he's a very unique player.
Okay.
And not many such players actually are around at the moment in terms of combining flair, work ethic, and tactical awareness, and he does all three very well. So I like Bobby Firmino as a player. Just say he plays for the wrong club, but that's beside the point. I like him as a player.
Okay.
So I think I agree with Daryl. I think I think it doesn't make sense to take him out because he's at the heart of a lot of good things that Liverpool does.
Okay. Right, Mia? You got anything up your sleeve right now, Mia?
No, it's just that surprising. I mean, coming from Vim, as in he says class when he sees one. So he mentioned that he likes Bobby Firmino as a player, but he's playing for the wrong club. at I'm not so sure. Probably maybe what Vim is saying as well. If he has the chance to let Bobby to play for Manchester United, of course he wants him.
Okay.
Probably that's what we see. So
Alright.
that's
That's the end.
what.
Yeah, I'll
That's the
take
end
him
of
any
Bobby
day.
for Manchester.
Alright, and what's your opinion? Both teams might go on the defensive since both teams know their opponents play extreme attacking football, could boil down to a 1-0 kind of game. And Aizam, of course, the last time you guys absolutely trounced them 4-0. They legend has it that they are still drunk from the last title party. Okay. But then again, do you take anything away from that thrashing of 4-0? Is there any impetus that you can pick from that 4-0 drubbing of Liverpool? Or this is a completely different game?
It's a completely different game, that's for sure. Because like what I mentioned earlier on, right now, Liverpool having a defensive crisis, City is having a striker crisis. So it's gonna be a tight game in that sense. I don't foresee, unless by a freak nature of accident, suddenly become high scoring game. I'm not
Okay.
but if you're looking at the way it's being played with the current issues, I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Might be
Okay.
a tight game, maybe, maybe, or a draw, because I feel that Liverpool may want to play it safe.
Okay.
City might not be able to still impart that damage that they have if they have Aguero, or they have their strike force in front.
Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah.
All right. KB, for yourself as an Evertonian, of course, you don't have to pledge your allegiance to Liverpool's cause. You don't have to predict that they're going to win this. But then, how do you see this game panning out? These two heavyweights going again head to head
Hit to it.
this time around.
This season, City has been interesting for me. I somehow I don't see Pep having the hunger like he had the last few seasons. The last
That's true.
games that
Yeah.
he played, I feel like he's been playing it really safe.
Yeah.
Against Leeds, for example, the draw was enough for him. He wasn't going for the win. So I find it a bit strange. Like Pep has already lost his hunger, something like that.
Last
But
year, got tried.
maybe I don't know. But I just feel like City has been a bit different
Okay.
this season. Maybe yes, it's the striker crisis, but in this game, I have a feeling that Liverpool might win.
Okay. Wow, Haizam. He just tore a new one into Pep's pile.
Because you
Imagine
can,
that.
you,
Yeah,
sorry,
the hunger.
I think KB has a point, lah. In terms of like
KB, sorry,
maybe.
sorry, Haizam. Maybe KB one. Yes, you're about to finish, right, KB?
yeah, sorry. Even though I mean, there's been a lot of talk about defensive crisis at Liverpool, but seriously, I don't see it.
Don't see that. Oh, yeah, you don't.
Nathaniel Phillips was superb. Actually,
Yeah,
he's really good. I
business as
thought.
usual for them. Business
Yeah.
as usual. All right.
So and
Pep.
Jota scoring. So I think the team actually is going to outscore the opponent. You
Yeah.
know. So
Newcastle.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Haizam, right now, this.
I just wanted to say something. I think Klopp is doing this. If the opponent score 2, we're gonna score 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't think they are bothered so much by the defensive crisis, lah. But Pep, but for Pep, I think he's basically his DNA of style of play is always like playing from the back. So
Yep.
if you play from the back, definitely you start from the defense. So if you have a defensive crisis, everything goes out of the window. He's not a direct kind of player. He doesn't have the, he doesn't believe in the pump the ball up direct up front. Because
Route one football.
yeah, he doesn't have it because number one, we don't have a tall striker like Zeko. All our players are all our short players,
Fair
PC
point.
players. So
Yep.
how do we play? If people talk about City has no plan B. Yeah, we don't have a plan B because Pep has always believed in that idea, and I think he said enforced that I play from the back.
Okay.
He may say that it's not tiki taka, but wherever it is, when your defenders are not comfortable with the ball against a team who is like Klopp, Liverpool playing high pressing, I think I bring up the question again as a defender.
Uh-huh.
A good defender who doesn't panic will be able to play the ball.
Yep.
But if you do not have the mental fortitude,
Uh-huh.
you are going to let go of the ball, and then that's where Liverpool is very strong. When you have Mane, Salah, even Bobby Firmino, who is a hardworking player. So when I think like Victor mentioned, like Ruben Diaz for City, he has been that steady rock.
Yeah.
So that's gonna make a difference, lah. So I think what's gonna happen is this, that Pep may want to kind of like, okay, let's see how Liverpool plays. If Liverpool pulls up Bobby Firmino, Jota, I think definitely it's gonna be a struggle for City, lah. I think that's when they're gonna play safe. But if everybody throws no caution to the wind, I think it's gonna be a different.
An open game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
obviously.
It's gonna be an
Yeah.
open game.
I remember one of the City games. I always get very excited when Liverpool versus Man City because like it's like a roller coaster ride. Okay, 5-4, 4-3, 3-2, kind of.
4-3, yeah.
Yeah. So and I remember the Champions League game or something was 4-3. Then I was like, okay, the next game was like, okay, let's go Liverpool Man City, and it was like, yeah, there 0-0. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Both managers was like, okay, I defend and defend.
Yeah,
That's
boy, what happened there? Nil.
Then I was like,
I just had to bring this up. In 2017, I went to Manchester. So
Okay, tell us about it.
I catch the City and Liverpool game.
Okay.
So I was expecting I think previously City had like a high scoring game.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the game was like 1-1.
Mm.
So it was like a lackluster like 1-1, like, I was like,
Yeah.
what, like all the time that I managed to go to.
You have asked for a refund. Man. Should have asked
I
for
was
a
like 1-1. I was like, oh my god. I was like expecting, because like Liverpool and City naturally has that basically like all out attack, kind of playing,
Okay.
high scoring game. So it's an like I would say an open season for that match. But to see like 1-1 or 0-0 scores, like that's like a
And-
dampener lah.
It is, man. And it's almost a cardinal sin, right? To see Liverpool and City play out a draw, right? It's it's probably probably a punishable
It's-
offense.
Yeah, it's a scoreline. It's a scoreline.
It's
Yeah,
not a football game if there's no high scoring game lah.
It's criminal,
We
man.
watch
It's
football
criminal.
because we want to see people. We were watching for 1-0 result.
Yeah,
like no, we want to see
No,
goals.
Aizam, nobody wants to watch another United versus Chelsea, right? A dreadful nil draw. Come on, man. But Daryl, nobody mentioned Thiago. He could return to the starting lineup this weekend, and also I just want you to take on another one from Faisal as well. How concerned are you on the so-called lack of depth in the Liverpool backline? Maybe you want to tackle the first one first. Thiago.
Wow, man, I was like, what a signing, man. And I watched him play the final in Champions League. But wow, he just plays like he's playing in like street soccer court. He just walking, distributing, passing around. And against Chelsea, especially,
And it looks
I
so
was
easy.
like, it was like orgasm when I watched him play. It's so
Really?
cool.
Tissue paper? Right hand or left?
Left hand, both hand. So I was like so happy when he signed. So yeah, I don't think he will start, but I think he can come in the second half and change a bit.
And what about your defensive backup? Young boy step in, impressive.
No, I think Matip should be coming back. I think for this game,
Alright.
Matip and Gomez. Yeah.
Okay. So
To be
this
together.
so this would be the duo, right?
Yeah,
Featuring
this should be the duo. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure,
And also I think that there's another one from I think Ridwan mentioned for Rhys William. Can we make a case for him to feature? To stop KDB.
No.
Jesus.
Kevin De Bruyne. For me,
Shot
Kevin De
goal.
Bruyne is the best midfielder in the world, without question.
Okay.
He is the best
Alright.
midfielder in the world. No, Ryan Williams will stop him.
And Aizam, I just want to ask a question. This is again, I'm really curious. When KDB does not play, all right, when KDB stops playing for that match, is it safe to say that the machine stopped working for that day? The over reliance on KDB. Are you guys trading a really dangerous path right now?
Okay, you do remember that last season was Silva's last season.
He was.
So we had two playmakers that are playing deep. They're kind of like taking turns, orchestrating, basically playing the ball to City. And coming back to Pep's DNA of playing from the back. So when this season, we only have KDB, doing that. So when KDB goes off, who's the next better player that we have to play that distribution? Gundogan is a good player, no doubt about it. When he did Dortmund, but he's no KDB, he's no Silva. Even for Rodri, Rodri also has not kind of like show his potential.
True, agree.
Okay. Foden is, I think, because of his youth, Pep Pep uses his space more than his ability to control from center midfield. So, if like to answer your question, KDB goes, the machine stops.
Okay, right.
Yep.
There's no creativity player that could do what KDB does.
True.
Well,
so
you have
that-
Bernardo da Silva.
But Bernardo da Silva is
What's happening to him, Aizam, this season? Seems like a bit of a hologram performance by him this season. Right? It's nowhere to be
It's kind
seen.
of quiet, Kind of quiet.
Yeah, I
though.
think
After he called
is
out the Liverpool fans on Twitter.
I think the issue here is this that he might he is sitting, maybe this season is his low period of him, because last season he was brilliant as hell. Like
He was, man. Yeah.
he was untouchable. He was he was
Even a title
untouchable.
winning season, Aizam. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But
Yeah.
the thing is that I think he kind of like peaked where he is right now.
Okay.
And the fact that for some strange reason Pep prefers Mahrez over Bernardo Silva, which frankly speaking is really
Mind-boggling.
infuriating. Yeah, it's really infuriating as a City fan. I mean, really, I was like, why we are having this player who last two games he was playing, so selfishly over Bernardo Silva. I really hope that I would want to be a fly on the wall when Pep is in the dressing room.
Yeah. But if he sees you, he say, "Shut up! No,
Yeah,
way."
It's really
No fly on the
it's really mind-boggling. Like if like I'm gonna predict this that against Liverpool, it's gonna be Sterling and Mahrez,
Uh-huh.
and then Bernardo Silva will be like, "What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do to not be able to start?" And Bernardo Silva is really that flair player that when he was brought into City, right, he was the successor to David Silva. That's why we had this chat about like we had two, we don't want goal, we have two Silvers. But the thing is that after that title winning season, the 100 point, and then last season where he was untouchable, to see him where he is right now, is really like, oh my god, like did something like he like kind of like got into Pep's wrong side of the book. We don't know. Yeah.
And Vim, I want to throw this off to you, Vim, before we close the agenda for today for the City and Liverpool. How apt it is that a United guy, right, does the closure. For if you are Pep right now, right, you see this gauntlet, right, this over-raging machine, this juggernaut when it comes to the attack, and a really well-balanced team. How do you set up to stop, not only nullify the threat, but also to get one over?
I think I actually think it'll be a very cagey game. I don't expect this game to be end to end.
Vim, do you think this is a game too early for a game such of such magnitude? Do you think it's too early into the season?
No, I think because in Liverpool's case, actually not too long ago they had a very freak result of 7-2 against Villa as well. And I think what Daryl said, I also agree. I think this year also is no different. I think it's between City and Liverpool. Often having a psychological edge, although it's early in the season, is a factor. Okay. Right? So I don't think both teams will want to give too much away, per se. And Liverpool also has lost Van Dijk. I mean, yes, they're coping fine, but they haven't played a team like City yet of that caliber. So I think they're going to be a bit cautious. Not as cut and thrust as they have been, and I think for City as well, they'll be wary of Liverpool's offensive threat, and they wouldn't want to lose ground per se, because Liverpool being already in the league and to give them an additional psychological advantage. I think my prediction, actually, I don't foresee this to be an end-to-end high scoring game. I think it might be maybe a KG game, but a good game nonetheless.
KG game, 12:30 or is it 1:30 a.m?
12:30.
Right? Time to sleep. If you're not Liverpool, you're not Messi, you can go to sleep. Don't waste time.
No, but I think it'll be KG, but it will be an interesting game.
Okay, but I need to read this out. Silva replacing Silva. But can they help City win? Silva.
The pun is brilliant. I give him credit. but I'm interested in his previous comment about he said that Man City transited smoothly after Yaya Toure left.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, but
so I feel that when Pep took over City, right, Yaya Toure knows that he's not gonna be played lah.
another boys to
Yeah.
men. End of the road for him.
After the Barcelona relationship, right, I know he's not gonna play. So it's just a matter of time, like we're gonna transition you slowly, But then again, I realized that when Yaya Toure pick, right, he's the kind of the liability for the team.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh.
I mean, giving him credit lah. He did his job lah. But the birthday cake debacle was something that I still cannot forgive him about it lah.
Yeah.
Really,
Party trick.
It's like and guess who was the agent? Guess who is his agent?
Yes, another parasite.
Another parasite. I was like, of course, if you don't want, I mean, if you to the fact that you are willing to say that I want to play for if City doesn't want me, right, I want to play for United, right, Rick's a slap on the face. Like you are so desperate.
He just spoke the truth. A lot of City players actually also feel that probably.
About what? Play for United? I don't know. I don't think that anyone wants to play for United nowadays.
Hey, man, wake up, babe.
No lah, just kidding lah, just kidding.
I mean, let's put it this way lah. You guys had your fun lah. You guys had your fun in the 90s.
Yeah.
You guys were always and I would like to touch on the Sancho debacle.
Okay.
Like you guys think that you guys are a big team. You guys think you can deal with Dortmund saying that you know what, you talk on our terms. Like come on you guys are not a big team anymore lah.
No, you see, if Sancho really wanted Manchester United, he would have already thrown in a transfer request and
Precisely.
He's like, okay,
but he didn't.
Okay, I will just stay in Dortmont 1 more year. Yeah, next year come to Liverpool.
Because the thing is he knows for a fact that at Dortmund he is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Why would he want to leave for a team that is so unstable just because his buddies are there? No.
Looking at
I
Banter,
think that. Okay, that's.
You look at KB,
I think with Sancho. I think coming back to Sancho, I think in this day and age, buying big players is always about the money lah. End of the day, it's always about the money. So I mean, City would overpay as well for players that they really want, right?
Yep.
But the difference is City will go and pay the money. So I think United definitely nobody will dispute that they are a big team. Just like how Liverpool was still a big team even though they didn't win anything in 30 years. I mean, sorry, Daryl, but I mean, but it didn't change the fact. 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 It didn't change the fact that they are a big team. They didn't change. It changed the fact that they are a big team. They still a big team. So I think the issue here is more. You see, with David Gill, when David Gill was around, business was done absolutely fantastically. We went out and got anyone we got. And we still overpaid. We break the transfer record half the time. We break that Rio Ferdinand. So I think United always, but this time round, it's a case of striking a business deal over understanding the footballer. You know what I mean. Like if you really wanted Jadon Sancho, you just go and pay the 20 million. I mean, United make more than that commercially anyway. I mean, what's that 20 million that if you really want to get? But the point is, they're not willing to back the manager.
Okay.
So
probably, but maybe I can say something here. Probably, maybe instead of buying players, you should buy the director of football.
I agree.
I don't have plan B. Okay, I don't have Sancho. Okay, let's go to the plan B. They don't have that plan B.
They do, dude. They do. Palestri.
Yeah.
Palestri.
I don't think there was even a plan lah. Palestri. I think it was a case of just they were getting worried because everybody was saying they're not signing anybody, so just went to buy this guy Palestri from Uruguay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic case whereby when you talk about a family nucleus, right? You have the first and the second child, all right, age gap 1 or 2 years, and then the third one is about 6 years, and then they always ask you, is this planned? Oh, this one by accident. Accident child. I think Palestri is slowly coming to the category of an accident signing, accident child.
Honestly, you ask any United fan, we don't know what to make of the signing. I mean, it's true.
When I look at Vim, I look at Vim, I get reminded of myself like 5, 6, 7 years ago. This is how I used to like, we're not getting the players, our board sucks, and blah 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 blah. But fast forward,
Yeah.
things change, time change.
And
I
because
look
we went
I look
through
at Man
a change in the
City.
form. Yeah,
Sorry?
KB. Sorry, KB.
Yeah, I'm like what you said, Daryl. I'm looking at Man City. I feel like signing James is like how when they signed Robinho.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
So I
That's
think
true.
No, but that is the
because
fact,
now
right?
the
You see, in
owner is
football,
pumping money.
yeah. You see, in football, sometimes it can just change like that. You have one good season, and then it just kicks off like that, right? So it's
KB.
very hard to say. Maybe Everton will be on a roll after this.
KB, fancy Sancho coming over to Everton on the right to replace James right now?
Well, I definitely one thing is that Moshiri is backing the club. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
To get Usman off.
definitely.
whatever Carlo wants, I think he will get. I really hope that we get Isco. I think we need that kind of
Man is getting greedy.
Okay,
Yeah.
please manage your expectations, huh? Please manage your expectations.
I think Vim,
I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way when I said one signing will be a. I didn't mean to that extent, huh? Please manage your expectations, bro.
Cut him some slack lah.
You want Paul Pogba or not? You want Paul Pogba?
No, I think Everton also don't want him.
Mustafi also looking for a club. Maybe return back to his old stomping ground.
But can I say something about Man United? Yeah,
Please,
I
KB, go.
feel that Man United has always been a club that doesn't have flair players. You have strong engine in the middle, and good pacey wingers. But the last 5, 6 years, I think you've changed your DNA style of play. Ever since Ferguson left, and I mean, as good as how you want Pogba to be, I don't think he fits the style of how Man United has always a successful Man United team. You see, in the past, it's completely different. Yeah.
It's true, but you see, KB, I also come from the perspective that you look at Liverpool, for example. Now the way Liverpool play is also not how they used to play in their glory days.
Agree.
So I think even that's actually one of my criticisms of Solskjaer, because when Solskjaer came in, he kept harping about getting back to the Man United ways, to the Fergie, the old ways. Actually, very simply, the Man United way is just winning. That was the Sir Matt Busby philosophy and attacking football. That's it. But he didn't tell you how to play attacking football, right?
No. I think it's not the Man United way. It's actually the Ferguson way. Because you realize something that when Ferguson retired, right, the managers couldn't replicate what Ferguson did.
Because you see, they were trying to what coming to Solskjaer, right? I think Solskjaer should step out from that Fergie's shadow. I think he should stamp. You look at what Klopp did. Klopp came in and he stamped his way of playing and he was successful, right? So I think it's a case of trying to have bring his own ideas and trying to make success out of that. Rather than trying to. I mean, if you keep harping on the pacey wingers, the glory and the pacey wingers, I mean, you are going to end up in a very conventional 4-4-2, kind of a setup, which is a dated strategy, dated tactic. Nobody uses 4-4-2 now.
I beg to differ, man.
So
If Southampton, Ralph Hasenhuttl, he's bringing back 4-4-2 top.
Yeah, but will that win you leagues or not? That won't win you leagues.
At that scale, right? At that scale, they are already getting results. Imagine if you're doing at the scale of United with the players on board. That can be done, Vin.
But I don't think you will win. You will do well. You will do decently well. But I don't think it's a title winning formation. And I don't think you look at all the top teams that play, that win Champions League and leagues. How many teams play 4-4-2? Outright 4-4-2 now. It's because it's very hard. It's a strategy that doesn't bode well in the modern game of football. So I think OGS should first find his identity of what he wants his team to be like. I think he doesn't have a clear idea yet, and I think
and maybe you want to read this comment, Vim, highlighted. Maybe you want to do the honors for us.
Yeah, I mean,
he has to look himself and ask him whether is he really a manager. fit to be a manager.
If
He
you, I mean, Bim,
Daryl,
if
he is a manager. How dare you question him?
Bim,
Sorry, KB, you say?
Bim, if you mention that, I mean, you fair point that you mentioned that, you know, OGS has been harping on Ferguson, the past and how Ferguson plays and stuff. Then it shows that he's not the right man to lead United. You know, because he doesn't have his own way. He's just following what his mentor did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
if
So
you
there's
remember,
this. I'll say one thing. I'll say one thing. My head tells me that you're right, but my heart says always back the manager, and I've always backed the manager, regardless of even David Moyes. I've never said sack the manager because I always felt that you need to give the manager time.
Exactly.
Right?
I do agree with you, Wim. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
And when Ferguson, I think, signed as manager for United, I think it was 6 seasons before he won the league. And I mean, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I think you do need that one player among all the good players that can suddenly have that big change to the team. And I think he got that from with Cantona. Well, you have Fernandes that changed,
right.
but apparently it wasn't
You see,
enough.
you're right,
Fernandes
KB.
is
You
not
see,
enough as a
you're
team.
right. You're right. You see, when Cantona came in, you're right, he changed the team. But there was also other leaders. Don't forget, we had Steve Bruce. We had Paul Ince. These were all also leaders. Fernandes came in, and that's why he's a leader. That's why there was a catalyst that United's form picked up. But when you only rely on that one person, and the rest of the team is made up of deadwoods, then it's a matter of time before that guy also, he actually towards the end of last season, he also was burnout. You could see that, you know, he was playing every minute of every game, you know, and he was getting tired and fatigued, you know, and he couldn't last the you know, because too much was on him.
He can't do it alone.
So
I agree.
he needs help.
So,
he needs help.
My conclusion to this is that the team, you know, needs to have that winning mentality. And the last time United won the league was 2011, and that was 9 years ago. And none of the players there felt that win. You know, and the only person who's there, I guess, who felt that win is probably Carrick, who's the coach.
Phil Jones was part of the squad, right? Wasn't he?
2011 was the last.
I mean, it's amazing how he's still part of the squad, lah. That's another story.
He's a cockroach.
I want to say something.
He survived nuclear.
So
can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, wait. Sorry. Just let KB finish for a while, and then we go. Okay,
so for me, what I want to say is that, you know, if you don't have the memory of winning, and you just keep on thinking that you are still a big club, you won't win the league. You know, you just win some games and lose some games. Win some games and lose games. Yeah. So
that is the problem. That is the problem. The current United team. They are playing because Go ahead. Sorry.
It might take 20 years for United to win again. I think he's right.
He's fed up. You know why? The current team, whatever's happening now, hey Daryl, you laugh because, you know, for the past 30 years, all your teams have been doing the same thing. Right? They've been doing the same thing. They've been living in past glory also. They've been living in past glory. So it's the same thing, right?
Daryl is laughing because he agrees to it. Yeah, this is how I felt, man. 30 years we waiting in the pipeline.
Correct.
It happens to all clubs. I think it just happens to all clubs.
You know, actually, one thing that I don't know if you guys managed to see the passionate rant by Patrice Evra on his Instagram. You know, he was very, very passionate. At 2 a.m. in the morning, he said he cannot sleep, and he really gave it to the entire team. And he said that you know, this is really unacceptable. You know, in terms of the attitude and you know, and this is not, you're not carrying the badge. You're not doing justice to the badge. And you're just playing for yourself, you know, and so on. And I think that spoke volume. I mean, for him
the same Patrice Evra is the person who said, I remember in last week's shows or in Sky Sports, he was saying that even Paul Pogba has one leg, he will start him. He must start from Manchester United.
Dude,
so sometimes
good friends, right?
Good friends.
The same 2 a.m. show, he said that the United way of playing is attack, and I don't know why they appointed Luis Van Gaal. I don't know why they appointed David Moyes. And which manager doesn't want to attack? I don't understand this. Which manager doesn't want to attack? So
no, I think
Luis Van Gaal has a philosophy of playing how his way. So what is Patrice Evra saying? That Luis Van Gaal, when he appointed as Manchester United manager, he should forget his philosophy and play what Alex Ferguson played, which is not logical.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
Yeah.
that. But I agree with the fact that managers have different approaches to the game. So Louis van Gaal was a manager who did not focus on attack. I mean, there are different ways of attacking. That's another story. But I think Louis van Gaal and even Jose Mourinho, when he came in, I felt that he wasn't the right manager for United in terms of his because coming back to the point, I don't agree that the manager should actually disband their own style of play for the club, for any club.
Yeah.
But and hence, it's more important to bring in a manager whose style and philosophy actually fits with what the club expecting. So I always felt Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho were wrong appointments. Because you were just trying to get
So, this could might as well be a United show, right, Mayor? Okay,
Yeah. Definitely, but because it is not only that we are looking at how actually United has been crumbling down, but the thing is we are looking also how to fix the problem about what United is facing.
Yeah, and we can
every point of the things that that we are here now, like from KB, Aizam also mentioned, who's actually the other side of Manchester, who actually he was very happy to see Manchester United crumbling down, but he looks at it as if that I said, okay, this is actually the problem. This is not the way the style. And Daryl mentioned it too. And I think Vim also agrees from what all the point that has been brought it up. I think there definitely seems to be that particular problem, Anwari. But on top of that, Anwari, you may continue. What you want to...
I mean, what I can conclude definitely, right, with United's issue, I think it's reflective of what Arsenal are facing as well when it comes to management, right? You talk about your David, we had our own David Dean when they were both power pack, man, Batman and Robin. Whoever Arsene Wenger wants, Arsene Wenger would get. Okay,
yes.
And when the Gringos took over, it was a joyride for them. It was a money-making machine. They were milking every dime out of our club. So what I can conclude: stop the zebra kid. That's it. Stop. That is the curse beam right now. The zebra kid, man. Do away with the zebra kid, all right, and all will be well once again. All right.
It can be done. It can be done because there's one season which is Alex Ferguson. Don't say Alex Ferguson. Don't like that kid. They changed the kid. Remember?
Yeah.
Halftime, right?
Very great.
So it can be done. Change it.
This Angmo something they not.
Unfortunately, a lot more needs to change, lah.
Yeah, I mean, water runs deeper than that. Of course, water runs deeper than that. But if you need any help, I know a certain president is out of job. All right, maybe he wants to take over United.
Oh no!
You think the flair that you all need. But then again, let's go on. Last one. All right, we've been keeping our guests for too long right now. Mayor, last week we did our own brand head-to-head. Okay, so this 7 score. Snapshot score predictor. Of course, right now, if you just to scroll through quickly, we absolutely annihilated you, Mayor. Okay. Maybe you have any.
Definitely from the week that we had last week. Snapshot guests and also Snapshot Nation has actually annihilated what I have actually predicted. They actually toppled me from the scoreboard, but not on the scoreline yet. Overall score is still 2-1, 2 to me and 1 to Snapshot Nation. So, but still holding on to the fort. We will see what's going to happen this weekend.
Okay, so let's go. We got our guest right now. So let's go with the first one: Brighton versus Burnley. Okay, so we are. Are we still going to go through with only the selected matches, or are we going to go through with all the matches?
Okay, I think we go on to the selected matches, especially the big ones.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
The big ones. It's not that we don't want to go on the small ones first. Okay, we go on with this game which we're looking on with Everton and Man United first.
Okay, so if you want to have,
sure.
If you want to have a test of patience and how well you can actually put up, right, burning the midnight oil, maybe you want to test your mettle with Brighton versus Burnley at 1:30 a.m. I don't know anybody will be sacrificing their slumber for this. But then again, this is something, I'm looking at this Brighton versus Burnley. This has Burnley victory written all over it. Okay, and then maybe we want to do. I think Southampton and Newcastle is an interesting one. Maybe we want to take this off from. Let's start with Daryl. Southampton, Newcastle against Southampton. Win. They got win in their sales right now. Again, their victory against Everton, man, 2-0. Okay, of course, you also have to consider and factor in that. I think the biggest bleep for it just dulls the shine for that victory because they lost Danny Ings.
Yep.
Yeah, correct.
Right, for
So
4
I
to
think
6.
that's like a major loss for them. The
Yeah.
Indians. Yeah, so
So-
they only have like Adams to guide them. But I think I'm going for a draw game.
So,
for
and
this.
is it? And can we get a scoreline from you, Daryl? Because you will be representing us for the
Okay,
Southampton.
I'm going for 1-1.
1-1. All right. So 1-1, Maya, jot that down.
Okay. Yep.
don't-
I'm
don't-
jotting that down. I actually look at this game as well as a draw, but for what I think, yeah, it's a draw game to me as well because I wanted to mention that. But the thing is, let us put it to a 1-1 game as well. No,
Cannot.
1-1.
No, we got to separate the lines right now. Okay.
Okay, I put it at 0-0 then. 0-0.
Okay. The thing is stalemate. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Stalemate. Okay. And then the next one we've got. Let's see who we have right now. Everton against United. All right, Mayor, you go first. You go first for Everton and United.
Everton and United. Oh man, this tough one, man. I tell you. But I look at it. This is going to be 1-1 game.
1-1. Okay. Let's see if we got anything that we can take off. Aizam, maybe being in the neutral. Aizam, maybe you want to represent our corner for this one. Score prediction. Football Oracle.
Everton and United. What a
Boy.
tough choice.
It wasn't a decade ago.
Why would I want a United win? I don't want a United win. It's like okay, I'm just gonna give it maybe 3-1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the score will be 3-1. 3-1 to Everton.
Wow.
Victory, man. Vim. Wait, Vim.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
I mean, because I don't want to start on the Sancho saga again. Okay. So, Mayor, where do you go? So, we've got Aizam right now. 3-1. Bold statement. We get that on point. You owe me something, Mayor, because that's a really big shout.
Definitely. Yes.
Where do you go on this?
Okay. No, I only give you Everton and Man U will be Everton and Man U will be 1-1.
Okay, 1-1. All right, fair enough. Sorry. We've got Crystal Palace and Leeds United. Another interesting one. Crystal Palace and Leeds. This could go any way. Of course, Leeds. Wow, what a result, man. Of course, this is being said in a negative connotation. They got pummeled by Leicester 4-1 at Allen Road. So, Crystal Palace also at this current moment, not a lot riding on this match. But Vim, Crystal Palace and Leeds represent Nepshot, please.
I think it'll be a draw. I think 1-1. Yeah.
Wow,
Ooh.
another one.
Yeah.
And me, where do you go on this? Don't tell me another. I see.
No.
a draw.
I'm not going to go with another statement. I think this one will go to Leeds with 2-1.
2-1. Okay. All right. And Mayor, do you realize that, starting when the league restarted, right, or when it kicked off, there were flurry of goals. Left, right,
Yeah,
center.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I mean, the goals are banging.
And then all of a sudden it has dried up. Totally. You're getting your 1-0, you're getting your 1-1, you're getting your 0-0. Come on, man. Come on. Premier League, better than this. And then Chelsea and Sheffield United, maybe we get KB. KB, maybe we want to go first for this. I want to take this up as well. Chelsea, Sheffield United, KB, where do you go on this?
Given the form of Ziyech, who just joined, and Werner, who's now starting to score, I think definitely Chelsea will win. Maybe and win big. 3-0, perhaps.
3-0. I like that scoreline. 3-0. But Chelsea, they are cursed when it comes to 3. All right. Every single time when they go with the 3, the opponent either claw back 3-3. West Brom.
Yeah.
Southampton. So it's the curse of the 3. So you're mentioning only 3-0, KB. I just want to make this clear. 3-0, correct? Not 3-3.
I think their strike force will be too good for Sheffield.
All right, so 3-0 for us. Mayor, where do you go on this?
Actually, I'm torn to mention about 2-0 or 4-0 because what now? Because I'm thinking with the good strike force like what KB said, I think I'm just gonna stay with 2-0.
2-0. Okay, fair
2-0 to Chelsea. Yeah.
Playing it safe. And then we got West Ham and Fulham. Oh, London Derby. Should we take this? Probably not. All right, so let's keep. I think West Ham should be able to actually oust Fulham for this. West Brom against Spurs. Okay, you go first. West Brom, Mayor, and Spurs.
West Brom and Spurs. Okay. Spurs, man. Spurs.
Naughty
This
Spurs.
will. Naughty Spurs. Yeah, I think Spurs will win this game with 3-0.
Wow, Naughty Spurs 3-0. Vim?
I think Spurs will win. Maybe not 3-0, but I think 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Wow.
2-1.
Okay, by the way, Vin, you mentioned who United will play after this game this week is West Brom.
West Brom. Okay.
West Brom.
So that one you probably know what to predict lah.
Yeah.
The opposite of the Everton result.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's go via that logic. Okay, let's go via that logic. Okay. All right. And then have you covered this one? Leicester versus Wolves. Yeah. Battle of the Cats. Battle of the Cats. So right now Leicester coming, good form. Wolf. Yeah. Okay, not bad. I think they came on the back of a victory as well, right? Did they not?
Wolf.
Yeah. So Leicester and Wolves. Maya, you want to go first with this?
I look at this game will be 2-0 to Leicester. Man.
2-0 to Leicester. Okay. And maybe 3-3 by Hey Jude. Man, I'm not going to go with that. For Aizam, help us
challenge, man. I know you take the challenge. 3-3.
3-3, okay, for Leicester and Wolves.
I gotta be smart.
I think it's gonna be a 2-2 draw lah.
Hey,
good comment, man.
You anti-climax here. Not 3-3.
Hey, you might never know. Aizam has the correct score, no? Because I felt
Sometimes sheer beginner's luck also. All right. That's how I actually won my first consolation. Okay. Then the next one, we've got Man City and Liverpool. I want to take this from Daryl. Daryl, what were your prediction again? Oh, sorry. What was your prediction for Man City and Liverpool?
Oh, actually, I never predict anything yet. Okay.
Let's go. Perfect time to ask you.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool, Daryl. Okay, guys, take the picture of Daryl right now. He mentioned 2-1. We've got about 3 million right now watching us live. So look at Daryl, right, just casting his prediction 2-1. Maya?
Maya is gonna play it safe. He's gonna be 1-1.
Sudah lah you.
Okay, we are definitely not going to do Arsenal and Aston Villa because Arsenal is going to be trashed 4-0 by Aston Villa.
Don't kurang ajar ni ya. They always say in a show, in a talk show, respect the host. All right. For Aston Villa, maybe I want to give it to KB lah. KB looks like he's on a roll, man.
Arsenal,
KB?
Aston Villa.
Be honest, please.
Wow, this is tough. Arsenal at home, Aston Villa.
KB, before you go, just remember, all right, that there is a possibility that you might come back here for the show. And when
He's threatening you in a way.
and when you do, I'm still the host.
Don't worry, KB.
I'm going
watch
to
for
go
you.
with Aston Villa on this one. Probably 2-1.
There's a lot of mistake that human can actually commit, right? But
It's
that's
okay
what sometimes
host,
is beyond redemption.
Can I give the host a bit of advice? It's okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the flip-flop form, right? You beat us 1-0, right? Then next one lose lah.
Bim,
You
please.
see, Aston Villa beat Liverpool 7-2.
Right.
You know, after that they lost.
Do not do that. Do
Okay
not
lah.
associate us with the Devils, all right? Again,
Why?
if
It's okay. It's
you need a
okay.
refresher, watch the highlights.
Huh?
Party, man. So what?
Daytime.
2-1?
I think 2-1, probably.
2-1 to Aston Villa?
Yes.
Okay lah. Okay.
Okay.
Not happy. Okay. All right. Mia?
Mayor will go with Aston Villa 4-0 to No. No, I think I look at this game actually, Aston Villa and Arsenal as a draw game.
No. Okay. In all seriousness, last season, if we all can remember, Aston Villa was supposed to beat us, man. They were en route to do it. And then Arsenal even got red carded. We were playing with 10. But somehow or rather, we managed to escape with a victory, 3-2. But they were playing well. I kind of agree with Vim as well. This is really a banana skin. It's a potential sleep that's about to happen. Because playing against a low block team, and then with Arsenal, right? We are generous. We are 7-11, man. We are open 24/7. Enter how you will.
Yeah.
Okay, we will
Just don't lose 8-2 lah. Can already.
You also have to measure yourself and take a bit of rain check. Right?
It's okay. We already cannot whack 6-1 already. It's fine.
You have. I have.
I can say it.
Fill me in, okay? Misery does not love company in this show. Okay. So Mayor, hey, you stop laughing at Mayor. Where do you go with this?
2-2. I say already 2-2.
2.
I said
Okay.
2,
All right. Okay, you all give me extra motivation to stay up at night to watch this match, okay? Watch out, Vim, KB, and a couple of guys who are plotting a loss against my team. Not over here at all. All right, we've got this Ridwan Martinez return to Arsenal. I think he actually also did ask me a question about the Arsenal one that I actually skip so that I can actually answer this now. A question for Anwari: Arsenal versus Aston Villa. A return for Emiliano Martinez back to Emirates. Will he be able to get a good reception? Bro, nobody's clapping, man. I guess maybe they get a system lah to do clapping song for Martinez. But if you ask me personally, of course, right, that guy deserves
God of
everything.
honor.
Yeah, God of honor, man. I'll do it for him. But problem is, if you're asking a good reception, I'll be afraid, man. If he's hearing a good reception, right, not a good sign because nobody's in attendance. What kind of reception are we expecting? But yes, personally, I would give it to him. Okay, so right now, all done. We have concluded all of our agenda. Really good guess. We've got KB. Relax, KB. KB. If in your current day job, I don't know what you do, all right, but in case, all right, you get bored of that job, join Peaky Blinders. Yeah. Hey, like all mafia.
Season 6 coming up, I think.
You
Yes.
see.
Oh, I like
You're
that.
auditioning for that? Are you auditioning for that?
No, bro, the audition they are auditioning for KB show, Peaky Blinders.
They are in Birmingham. I'm in Liverpool.
But KB,
I'm in the
thank you.
Merseyside.
KB, thank you so much. And you've been an absolute fun. It's always good to get a bit of the war vet, right, to come in to speak their part. And their words were always way heavier than ours, right? A certain point, of course. This is excluding Mayor, huh? All right, Daryl, also thank you so much for joining us on board. All right, we love your banter. Definitely, we will see more of you. Aizam, man, the go-to guy. All right, you need anything, guys, or anything Man City, Aizam is the guy for you to go to. And Vim, will
Yeah,
speak
Vim,
after.
very,
We'll speak after.
Hey, Vim, don't let him continue. Vim, but whatever it is, all the guests tonight, I think we have the 4 powerhouse of these
Powerhouses.
4 powerhouses that I have actually been very glad to be part of it. Ooh.
Ayalah. Those who say that hosting is easy, try hosting these 4. Try. I pose you this challenge, all right? Those who think that this is walk in the park is definitely not, all right? But then again, this is me, Anwari, Mayor, KB, my guest, Daryl, Aizam, and Boom. Good night, guys. See you not next week. Next week, we will only have one show. That will be on Tuesday for Russ. That will be the Russ's show, and that will be all Juventus affair. So we're getting Juventus Singapore and Juventus Malaysia coming on board for Tuesday. But then the big focus, again, will be off air. We will not be broadcasting. And then also the calendar on Monday night also will be taking a back seat. But we will be back in a fortnight time. So until then, enjoy your football. Enjoy the international break. We shall see you